You guys just look like awful parents. Like, you just look off. Why would you want that? Like, what amount of money is worth the world thinking you're just the parents? I feel like I'm severed when I come here. We talk about Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber. When I leave, couldn't care less. Don't know what's happening with them. But you come in, I'm like, tell me. Oh my God. He did what on his Instagram stories? Like, I'm so invested.
Her name is Trish. She's got the dish and all the gossip's filthy rich, pretty and pink. Hot topic queen and says what everybody thinks. She's just Trish.
Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Hot Topics today. Super excited. We have a very special guest co-host today, so I'm dressed up. But before we get into that, the Eras of Trish tour continues. We're going to be in Tysons, Virginia. Found out that's close to Washington, D.C., so we'll be there this weekend. Tysons, Raleigh, and Mashantucket, Connecticut. Can't wait. I'm so excited. It's going to be a ball. All right. Yes.
Oh, maybe before you say who it is, Jimmy, don't show who it is. Just say something.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay.
They always...
Our special guest today, you may know her from her voice. Welcome, special guest co-host. We will not show the face. Can you guess it in 5 words or less? Let's hear 5 words from you.
Hey, guys. Let's get into all of the tea and the drama and spill some things.
Ah, that was so good. This is so surreal. We have the one and only Spill Sash, aka Christy.
Hi, guys. I can't do Oscar justice here, but we could try. We could try.
I'm so excited. Yes, Oscar is on his personal day. He's been going through, you guys know, he is going through a lot.
We wish him, right?
His back, yes. And it still wasn't good. I texted him yesterday. It still hasn't been fully recovered. So he does so much. I'm always like, if you need a break, people always like, I always say, take a break. Come, we love him. Come whenever. Even today, if you want to come. Like, if you want, Christy's coming. If you want to join in, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm always just...
That would have been fun. We could have had a kiki.
Yeah, because he, like, loves you. And he's always like, we should do a 3-way hot topic. So I was like, you know...
That would be so good.
Well, come back anytime because we've been talking for like 30
we've been
minutes.
Yapping. We were like, okay, we'll just save it. We'll save it.
Christy had the tea. As soon as she comes in, she's like, so I have this. Did you hear this? I'm like, gagged. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, because
I'm just online.
I prep too. I don't always prep, but I prep too because I'm like, just in case. I didn't want you to feel all the pressure, but you had like 20 main topics. You're like, well, this could be. If you guys don't know, obviously, Oscar does really good research. He's on all these different blogs and Reddits and Moses too. I get all my research from Spill Sash. I see what's her title, what's her topic. We're talking about that. So
I know you're like, you didn't post yet today.
Yes. I was like, what did she use for her title? And then you're like, what's your main topic today? I'm like, what's your main topic for today? Because you have your finger on the pulse. You know what's hot, what's happening, what people want to hear about.
And I was at Disney this weekend, so I was like, last night, I was like, what happened? Like, what's going on? I feel like I missed something already.
That's what I was going to ask you. How chronically online are you? Are you a lot? Or are you like, no, I just do research in like an hour?
Honestly, it's just like scrolling on TikTok is really where I get everything. It's like Twitter and TikTok. And I'll just like know what's going on the internet in like an hour.
Based on like how much comes up on it, right?
Yeah.
When the TikTok ban was happening, were you just like, how am I going to make a video?
Yeah, because I was like, all my content like comes from TikTok, whether it's like people's reactions, the comment section, everything is on there. So I'm like, without it, what do I do?
Yeah, that was
like,
so
no
scary.
One's posting tea on Reels.
No, nobody. YouTube Shorts. No, you're not getting any of that.
And my algorithm on Reels is like nasty. It's like girls shaking their butts and like shaking like their boobs around. Like, no, I'm telling you, it's like workout videos. I'm like, what?
What did you look up?
Isn't this supposed to be like catered towards me?
Mine's pasta and baby, so I don't know what yours was looking up.
Well, like the second tab, like your like For You page, like on Instagram. Like that's like all fine. It's like normal. It's dogs, babies, whatnot. And then I go to hit like the Reels tab. It's not right.
Oh, maybe
something's wrong there.
I actually don't ever go on the Reels tab.
Yeah, exactly.
So
this is why. Avoid it. It's scary.
Oh my God. Because it seems like, because you also post TikTok so frequently. Like you're doing like every topic. So I'm always just like, gosh, how often is she on? Is it just seem like a lot because I just see it in like chunks, or are you doing it a lot throughout the day?
I mean, I try to post like at least like once or twice a day on TikTok. But then I feel like I'm behind because there's other people that post all the time. Like I'll go on their page and they posted 10 times that day.
So fast.
Usually I try to just like have a day where I make like a couple of them and then I'll just like post them throughout the week.
I see. Okay.
But it depends, because if something is like hot, I'm like, I gotta do it right now.
You have breaking news. I swear, like even like the little things, even like my pregnancy, you're like, Trisha's pregnant. I was like, how
that
was she
was
so
crazy.
fast?
I woke up and I saw the thumbnail. I was like, and then I needed to wait until the actual moment to be like, okay, she's not trolling. Like, it's real.
It's so cool to see whenever I'm like when you talk about me, I get so excited. I was like, wow, I made a spill session, because you do the Justin Baldoni, you do Hailey Bieber, like you do like more you're kind of like Sloan. We met through Sloan.
Yeah.
Is that the first time we met, or we met before?
Yeah, that was like the first time we met.
We met, yeah, because like obviously when you were doing your face reveal, we had talked about this so many times, and I was like so excited. I was like, I want her on for my face reveal. But then you already did the face reveal with Manny, and you're like, and I thought you guys were like best friends, and you're like, no, not really.
Thought that. I know. It's like that was the second time I met him. I don't even have his phone number, but everyone thought that we got along too well. They were like, she's besties with Manny. I was like,
yes,
no.
That's what I thought.
It was a favor.
I was gagged. I was like, okay. But yeah, we had known each other through there, and then I met you through Sloan. And Sloan does a lot of like mainstream stuff. His is a little more darker. Yours is a little more light and key, but you do a lot of mainstream. So we've been trying to get that route. We've really been doing the Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber drama. But it's also because I watch your videos too, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of invested in this now. But Oscar will see all the videos from everywhere about it, and then I watch like 3-hour-long videos, and I'm get really invested.
Yeah, did you watch the 7-part series? It's just that one video about Hailey, though.
Yes.
The internet oddities.
Yes. That's the one we watched, and that one really got me shook. I was like, wait, I'm kind of invested.
I know, though. It felt like true crime.
It felt like true crime. It felt so real. But then when she started suing everybody, then I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Like, you know what? It's not a big deal. Where do you stand on it personally?
I think that if Justin and Selena were still together right now, it's on the rocks. They're not lasting, only because I feel like they have such big personalities, and they were toxic together. Though they had like these like really high highs, I feel like the lows were really rocky, and it's why they weren't together. And you know the taxi cab theory? It's from Sex and the City, where they're like, when the light turns on, like they'll just take anyone, and like they think that with men.
Oh, okay.
And so he was probably like maybe wanting to get married to Selena. I'm like theorizing this through song lyrics and things, that he like proposed to Selena, she said no, and then he like proposed to Hailey, and she said yeah, like 2 months later. But
was that the timeline? 2 months?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No. Were you like a believer? Were you like a fan?
I like Justin Bieber. I mean, I wasn't like die hard. I think if I had like gone to the concerts, probably, but I just didn't go to a lot of concerts as like a kid.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I don't know. I think just like from an outside perspective, him and Selena are just like too like hot together, and Hailey was like down to ride out the hard times with him.
Yeah.
And be there no matter what, no matter how maybe toxic or how like in the rough he was. And Selena probably would have been like, nuh-uh.
I see. We always say that. I always think like two people can't be the stars. Like you need one like supporting the star. You know what I mean?
I think he needed that support.
Yeah.
And Hailey's like down to ride it out for him.
And
but everyone's like, they don't like her.
I
like them together though.
And it's honestly like when you have a baby with someone, it's like at this point it doesn't matter if you don't like her. Like he likes her. You know what I mean?
I'm like, you guys, she's going to be in his life forever no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's like, I see... They're like, she's a stalker and whatever, all these things. But I'm like, isn't that kind of like the fangirl dream, though, that everyone
That's what
like
we
wants?
Say. Yes.
I know it's like weird and it's freaky, but that's what everyone's like in their mind. They want it to be that one.
She
won.
But they all
got
want
it.
Yeah.
They all want it for themselves.
Yeah.
So when somebody else gets it, you hate her.
That's probably
I know
true.
they think that she's like freaky and like weird for it, but
I don't think so. I think that's everyone's dream. Like that's why you go to concerts. That's why you're front row. That's why you're DMing people, like liking photos. Like you want to be chosen. You want to be picked, and she was picked, and people just can't stand it.
I know they really can. And
well, we can get. Should we get? We'll get to that at the end. The update on it.
Yeah.
Because you were giving me updates.
He doesn't do her any favors.
Yes.
To block the haters. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, that I didn't know. I know you were telling me all this tea because you said you were at Disney this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And did you go the whole weekend? Are you there for the?
It was like Saturday. And then yesterday we didn't go to the park, but we were downtown Disney.
We love doing that too. Where do you just like shop around and eat?
Yeah.
Do you stay down there?
Food.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we stayed at the Westin. It was good.
Oh, is it Disney
nice.
themed?
No, but it's close enough to just walk over, and it was really nice.
I love the food. We usually stay at California Lodge.
Okay.
Or what is it? The California Mountain one.
Yeah, the one that's like right there.
It's right there. But then we went to Goofy's Kitchen last time, which is inside the Disneyland Hotel, which we've never stayed at, but they had the Dole Whip there. And I was like, we need to stay here next time. It was right next to Din Tai Fung, which we didn't eat at, but I was like, because we love the food too.
It was the food and wine. So they had all the different food booths.
Is that why you went? Mm-hmm. I didn't see anyone on TikTok posting it. Like, I will see people. Did you post?
I made a little vlog.
I didn't post it yet.
Trying all the foods. Freaking ate like so much that day.
I'm so jealous. I would have loved to have gone to the food and wine. That would have been so good.
It's still going on.
Oh, how long?
I think until the end of next month or like maybe the middle of next month. I'm such a Disney like vlogger at heart, like Magic Journeys, Ordinary Adventures. I'm in there. I'm watching the Disney cruise videos.
Oh, I watch every Disney thing. I'm obsessed as well. Like I wish, like that's my goal. Like I'm saving all the money now for when the kids get older, so we can take them to all the Disneys, like Japan and Hong Kong and Paris.
So good.
Did you go?
Yes.
When did you go?
My mom and I went not last year, but or maybe it was last year. Yeah, we went to Tokyo Disneyland. Disney Sea is the best place ever. The rides there, it's also way cheaper. I want to say the tickets were like $50.
And the popcorn's like $1 and stuff,
yeah,
right?
The food is cheap. Like, it's just expensive to get there.
Is it? Because someone else was saying it's kind of cheap to go to Japan. Were you going first class?
It depends. No, but it just depends which time of year you go.
You went during cherry blossoms.
We went right at the end of it, I think.
Okay.
So it wasn't that bad, but
I'd go with the opposite, whatever the opposite time is, because I heard the Tokyo at Sea too, or Disney at Sea is like really crowded if you go during those like peak hours. Was it crowded when you were there?
It wasn't that bad. We went twice to Disney Sea and then once to Disneyland because we like really wanted to remember it.
It's two separate ones?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so cool. What's the Disney at Sea? What is in there?
That one, it's like on the water.
Ooh.
And I'm like, it just like looks like Italy. I don't know what that, it's just like, oh, it's so magical.
I want to go so bad. Did you get the little aliens?
Mochis.
Yes, those. I always see those. I'm like, I want to get those so
They were
bad.
so good. That was like my favorite thing.
That's like the goals. I think our kids like wouldn't appreciate it. I think they're like too young, but I think when they're like 5, because I've never been. I want to go to all the Disneys. I went to Disneyland Paris. It looks like the one here.
I heard it's not good, or it's like dirty and they don't have a lot of snacks.
There's like no snacks. It's super small. It looks just like the one in California, so except smaller. Disney World is a sleigh. I love Disney World, but I want to go to the Hong Kong one because is it Hong Kong or I don't know.
That one's good.
Have you been? Mm-hmm. Did you go for the Frozen World?
No, I was supposed to, but then like TikTok is banned over there.
Wait, what do you mean?
In Hong Kong, it's like banned.
So you can't.
So like you
go
can't,
there?
Well, I was just like, how am I gonna work and like do all this stuff? I don't know. It like sounds dumb.
So you couldn't go.
But I was just like, it just didn't work out. Anyway.
Well, you could have filmed on your phone, no, like a camera, like your camera phone, and then put it on TikTok when you got back.
I don't know. I was like really looking it up at the time because I was just like, I don't know what to do because people were saying that even if you like accidentally open the app like while you're over there, your account would just get banned for life and like the app would like start glitching out. And I was like, it's just not worth the risk.
I see people post though, like I always see like Anna and Elsa's.
I've seen some videos, and I know they hire like TikTokers to go over there and like promote for them. So I don't know how they do it, but I was just like, you know what? It's
not
fine.
risking it.
I was like,
I'd risk it.
I went to the Disney already once. So that's why like this time around I was like, okay, it's not that big of a deal if I don't go because I've gone when I was in high school with my parents, my family.
You were just going to go for vacation or were you like working over there?
Just for fun.
I love that you're just like traveling, living your life. That's so fun. I love that. How old are you in your 20s?
27.
You're young. Oh my God, so young. That's crazy. You do so much. You worked for TMZ and now you're doing School Sesh.
Crazy.
When did you work for TMZ?
2017 to like 2021.
Were you researching?
No, I started as an intern. I literally started working there when I was 19. And then I turned 20 like that summer that I just got hired. But I was an intern and I wanted to stay because most of the other interns were still in college and I was doing it online. I was like, I like live here and I would come like every day. So then at the end of the internship, I got hired and yeah, then I was a PA. Then I made friends with this woman who was pregnant and she was telling me, she was like, I'm gonna like quit after my maternity leave.
Oh, love that.
And I was like, okay. And so she like wanted me to like shadow her and learn her job. So then when she went on maternity leave, I was doing her job. And then they told me one day, they're like, oh, she's not coming back. I'm like, oh my gosh, really?
Good job keeping the secret. What was she doing? What were you doing there? Like,
it was the photo department. We were called galleries. But like the whole day, like pretty much like 6 a.m. to like 11, I was just scrolling on Instagram looking for any sort of like photos of celebrities doing something, like if they're on vacation, just researching a bunch of stuff. Then we did like kooky galleries too. just like fun stuff themed, like if it was pizza day or like something like silly like that. We always like looked at like what silly like holidays were happening and found like celebrity related photos that went along with it. So like models eating pizza, like weird stuff.
And you can just use any picture off Instagram, because I always thought you like couldn't.
It has to be like an Instagram photo that they took. So if it looked like a professional photo or they tagged a photographer, we like wouldn't use it.
Oh, I'm so surprised, because Oscar always tells me they have to use like Getty images, but like whenever I do like my pregnancy, they can't use like pictures from my Instagram. They're always like, oh no, we have to like do a Getty image of it or something like that.
That's if you're in an article, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I see.
But
so you're just reposting.
Yeah, because it's like on the website, like the top of the website, it's like big story, gallery, big story, gallery.
I see.
Big story.
Because you have your. Did you meet Harvey?
Oh yeah.
Which one?
Yeah,
Levin.
Harvey. Yeah, because everyone works like in the same bubble. Like when you walk into the office, everyone's desks are just all in one room.
It's like the show.
Yeah.
And they film it in that room.
Yeah.
Were you there?
Oh,
on the show?
No. I wasn't on the show, but
why did they
just
have you
like in
on?
the room.
They really ruined it, because now you're a big personality. They're probably like, damn, we missed out. Do you ever hear from them?
No, never.
Never hear from Harvey.
No.
Was he nice?
I just don't even think he would like know who I was.
Really?
There's just no way.
How many people
there's
work there?
a lot of people, like 200 people work in the office, but he only communicates with like the people that are on the show. But he was nice. Like he said hi like once, and that was like it. But he wouldn't know my name.
He didn't hire you. It wasn't part of the process.
No.
So you had like a boss underneath him or something.
Yeah.
He seems kind of old.
He was such a hard worker that it was kind of like inspiring how hard he really worked, because when you run a company like that, I think like a lot of people that are like a CEO would just be like, let me leave it to everybody else. And I know people like have their thoughts about TMZ, and like obviously they've posted a lot of things that I don't agree with, and just like the ethics of it all. But that man worked so hard. Like he would go on vacation, leave vacation early because he like needed to just come back to the office and like work. Like he was just he like grinded.
And what was
like,
he
that was his life.
What was what would be like the urgency for him to come back from vacation? Like what would
he just
happen?
wanted to work.
He's like I can't even imagine drama being like, I need to get back. Like
I think he just like liked working, and I think he just probably could never like turn it off. He was the first one in the office, the last one to leave.
He needed to be severed.
Yeah.
I'm learning this.
Do you watch it?
No, Moses watches it. Tanner watched it.
So good.
Do you
so good.
Everyone is explaining this premise to me, and it looks like, he has the merch, he has the cup, the
Lumen cup, micro data refinement shirt.
He's
And
like
it's pink.
obsessed. I've never seen it.
It's so good.
Tana was telling me too last year. She's like, I'm obsessed. She's like telling me, but it sounds like just the worst plot ever. Like it sounds awful. Would you be severed?
No.
You wouldn't want to.
I don't think so. No.
What would you rather be, severed, or what's the one? I keep calling it The Purge. It's the one with like Demi Moore.
Substance?
Oh, the substance.
Would you rather take the substance, or would you rather be severed?
I would rather take the substance.
Really? So you have some like, well, I guess you are young, but like a younger version of yourself, like you're 27, like a 17-year-old coming out of you, and you're just like kind of rotting until she comes back.
I mean, I guess. I like
the idea of being severed.
Severed is just like, I don't know though, because at the point of the show that I'm at now, like I just finished season 2, I'm like, what if they never let me come back? Like, it's just like.
Are you at the finale of the latest one you watched?
Yeah, the latest one. I'm like, they have a mind of their own, so it's like, do I really want to create that?
But then you're like so separate, and you like don't get affected by anything outside of your work. I kind of like that. It's like you don't even know anything. You just shut off completely.
It just gets so complicated. You need to see it. And
I guess I need to see it, because for me, I feel like I'm severed when I come here. We talk about Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber. When I leave, couldn't care less. Don't know what's happening with them. But you come in, I'm like, tell me. Oh my God. He did what on his Instagram stories? Like, I'm so invested.
That's so true though, because I get a lot of comments where people are like, don't you have a life? Like, this is just like, I'm like, once I make that video, I go and live my life. Like, I do not remember what I even just talked about, honestly. Right.
And they're short videos. They're like 10 minutes. But how long does it take for you to do a 10-minute video?
Like a couple hours. It just depends though, because I write the script out of everything I'm going to say, and I record like just the beginning part on camera, and then editing that maybe like 4 hours or so if I like really like pump it out.
4-hour edit? Oh, you do a lot of like slides and like.
Yeah, because like the whole video is just B-roll.
Yeah, I guess I do see you sometimes just like in front of your set. So I always think of you as saying it to camera, but you said that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's episode, Sonobello. We love you so much. Can you guess how many times you've probably tried the latest diet craze? South Beach, keto, Weight Watchers. I've tried everything, and just none of it seems to be working. The more you yo-yo diet, the more stubborn your fat gets, and then you're screwed. It's not about willpower. You've willed yourself through enough brutal diets and workouts. It's probably genetics, and the doctors of Sonobello can help you determine if your body's problems areas are genetic. Wherever you have stubborn diet-resistant fat in inches, Sonobello's micro-laser fat removal technology removes it for good in one comfortable visit. Those stubborn inches around your tummy are gone. Muffin tops, side fat, gone. Even saggy loose skin, gone permanently. All that's left are the beautiful natural curves you've been hoping to get. Warm weather is almost here, so now is the perfect time to visit Sonobello and get your goal body in time for swimsuit season. Micro laser fat removal is the permanent solution, and Sonobello doctors are the experts. Schedule your free consultation now, and you'll get their best offer of the season. Sonobello.com/Trish. That's Sono, BELLO.com/Trish. Thank you, Sonobello, for sponsoring. One visit, one time only. Body of your dreams. Sign me up. We love you, Sonobello, and thank you for sponsoring today's episode. You're really well spoken. I'm surprised you have a script because you just even in every day when you were here, it just sounds like you're scripted. You're just really good at speaking. So I'm surprised you scripted it. Yeah, that's
whenever I don't have the script, I'm like, what am I saying? What was the fact?
Really?
I need the receipts in front of me.
Your voice is so iconic. It is so good. I love that's why. No, but you are so busy. You're do you have a PR person now? Because you're at red carpets and stuff.
Yeah, I have a PR person that I hired for the face reveal, but mostly just because I wanted them to coordinate stuff for me. So coordinate where we were filming that, who was gonna film it, and that's kind of what I need them for, or getting guests for the podcast like Son and I are doing.
Have you talked about this? This was so much tea. We don't talk about it.
We dropped it a little bit. I think we were gonna fully keep it a secret, and then people no, we filmed with you, but then everyone's where is this thing?
We were just talking about it, and I was just I don't know, because we filmed when I was pregnant with Elvis. So I was just wait, where did that go? And I just thought you just scrapped it, whatever. But then you were telling me all the guests, and I was like, wait, you have so many good guests. Why are you not posting these? Yeah. And then you were telling me it's gonna be a minute. But you said it's moving. It's progressing.
Yeah, it's slowly moving. We're working things out behind the scenes to see where it's going to live. And hopefully it'll be out soon. Every day, look at my email. I'm like, please, is this the week it's gonna be put out?
You have good willpower.
Itching.
I would just put it out. But I get you're smart. You're business with it. But I thought something happened. We thought maybe you and Sloan, maybe there's tea. Maybe they had a falling out. Because I was like, what happened?
No, we're itching. We're literally, I'm going to see him on Friday. We're shooting
another one
interview. Mm-hmm.
We continue, and I promise they'll bleep it out. I want to know. And I'll bleep it. Jimmy's so good at bleeping, I promise. He won't even show your mouth. Who is it? I'm so excited to see it. No, you have a guest. I was like, I want to come on, but I guess I already did one. I love it.
You should come back.
Yeah, I'm down.
We would love a little
when
update.
When it comes on, I get to see the first one. No, I'm really excited.
To.
I love that you guys did it, and I love the site. You guys showed me the site. You guys are all professional for it, and
We're
love
trying.
It so much.
Hopefully,
I'm excited.
Everyone will see it soon.
If one person needs a podcast, it's you, your voice, and it's 10 minutes is just not enough to do that itch in my brain. It's so good. And is it mostly, you're doing hot topics too, but.
Yeah, it's sort of, we're talking about some hot topics, then we have different segments. We're doing a mukbang segment, a game segment. We want to vlog. So it's a variety show.
I love that. And then now the red carpets you're doing, those are also through the PR company. Because I see you out all the time.
Honestly, no. It's so that's also the thing. I feel when people think, oh, you hire PR, it's mostly just save your reputation. But that's not. It's mostly they help me get guests. They coordinate locations, text people for me. Just meetings, all these things. Yeah. Honestly, they do so much more than just I feel we never get on the phone and talk about image events, or anything. No, but they do get events Coachella stuff or
Are you going?
Some movies. Yeah, I'm going to Coachella.
Are you doing a brand deal?
No, I mean not yet. That would be nice, but I already have a ticket, so.
Tana said it was going to cost her $17,000.
Yes!
Did you see that?
I woke up and I saw that, and then Brooke was like, you could do it for cheaper, and she was like, $14,000. I'm like, that's so much money.
What cost that much? That's what I want to know. What did she say?
She said that she doesn't feel safe not going with a security guard, so she'd have to pay for the security guard, and then artist band for the security guard, artist band for her, probably her friends too, which adds up. And then also to stay there in the area.
Are you not doing that?
Well, my parents live over there, so luckily I just go to their house.
They live near Coachella. That's everything. Okay, love that.
But yeah, like usually like an Airbnb is like $10,000. Or like at least $5,000.
Would you go to a brand house like guest if they invited you to stay?
I mean, that would be such a good experience.
So you would.
But I feel like, it'd be like good for content.
I feel like you're an influencer now because I see you at so many events. So I was like, why wouldn't you like do one of those, you know?
The events are always so random. Like the last week I went to something, my friend Asante took me, and then like I get like random emails or like, oh, do you want to come to this?
Really?
Or there's a space for this. Like tomorrow I'm going to a Survivor event for Meta.
Wait, that's so random. What does that mean? Like a red carpet?
They're just like playing. No, they're just playing one of the episodes of Survivor, and then someone from the cast is also coming to speak. I'm like, yeah, I want to go. I'm like a Survivor fan.
Are you?
Yeah.
You watch?
I used to watch a lot as a kid. Like my parents and I, every Friday night, my mom would like order food, and we would watch Survivor.
Wait,
as a
really?
family.
Why don't you go on it? You should go on it. You'd be good at it. You seem like a reality show type person.
Really? Survivor like freaks me out though. Like how do you go to the bathroom? How do you do number 2?
I think that's the best. You're just out in open in nature. Just go wherever. I think that's the best part. I guess everyone has to go.
Or like something about the like no brushing teeth, or like I would just constantly be like itchy from the salt water, I feel like.
That's true too. You can't rinse it off. Tampons, Mr. Beast style. Are they giving them out? Like, that is weird.
Yeah. What do you do? They have to give you tampons.
Ask the questions tomorrow. Can you ask questions? Are you like part of press or you're just going to like an event?
I think we can ask questions. I think it's like a Q&A.
We
got like a fireside chat.
Wait, what is it? What's fireside?
They said it was just like a fireside chat. Like that was like the theme.
Like in the show. I don't watch the show. They said by a fire and chat.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, kind of. At the end, like when they eliminate someone, they are like around a fire. But that was just like the name of the event.
We got invited.
Watch it be like confidential, and I'm like, I'm going to this event.
Well, if it is, you can like let us know. We got invited to an HBO Max The White Lotus finale with all the cast. And they're doing a full moon party, which I didn't know about until obviously the episode
Get
from
out.
like yes, but on tour.
No.
And I was like, I'm just really trying to be like, okay, it's not meant to be, but I mean that's like our show.
No, literally, you need to go and then tell Mike White to cast you.
Oh my god, would love. But yeah, I was so sad, and the whole cast will be there. I'm just like, oh. And it's like a panel too where you can like ask questions, and I was like, damn, I know. We were talking about White Lotus before we started too. You watch it?
Yes, last night was crazy. Like my head was exploding. I just like, are you caught up? Are you watching the season or no? You're watching clips.
We are, and then last night because we filmed this Monday, I didn't get to watch it because it was like late. But I watched the first thing I would do when I wake up is like look at spoilers, clips. I'm like reading all the articles and like the New York Times. Like I'm like, okay, what happened? So I know everything that happened. I'm like. And it's we're 1 episode away or 2 episodes away.
2 episodes away.
It's so good. This is my favorite season. When people were saying it was boring at the beginning, I was like, even if there's nothing happening, I like love looking at the scenery. Yes. The characters are so good. Like I'm like, but now it's getting good. Now it's getting heated. It's a show.
No, it is.
The spoilers, if you guys haven't seen it last night, the one that I was like really gets me, and I'm trying to be like a cool girl about it and be like, no, I get it. Is the brothers. What is up with this storyline?
The brothers is crazy. So they're at the pool and it's the 2 girls and the brother, and she was like, he was saying like, I've never had a threesome, and she's like, what about last night? And he was like, what are you talking about? I thought she was gaslighting him.
Yes.
I thought because like they had been showing that he was like off while like the brother was having sex with the girl. Mm-hmm. I was thinking that was it. So then when she was like, but what about when he was like doing it to you? I thought she was playing with him. I thought she was messing with him. I was like, there's no way. And then they showed it and I'm like,
both of them having clarity, because then the brother's at the monastery, the Buddhist little place where his sister's at, and he's having his moment of clarity and he's seeing it too. And I'm just like, what the up with this storyline? Like I can get past I love everything. I love the Lady Boy storyline, loved it. I was like so real, been there, got that. This was so out of like why
I watched after the episode because then they have the cast talking about what's going on.
They do? Oh, I never see those.
Yes. And so the actor that's playing Lachlan, the little brother, he was saying that his character is in this like place where he wants validation. So he wants like a good job or like, you did it, man, you know? So he thought his brother wanted them to have this threesome. And he's like waking up the next day. I don't know if he remembered that whole moment between the two of them until he went to the monastery with his sister.
Right.
So I think until then he was probably like, I mean, also this is absolutely disgusting, but this was the justification on the show. So he was saying he wanted validation from the brother to be like, yeah, man, last night was so good. Like, you freaking rocked. Or like something like of the lines of like, you're the man. And when the brother was acting weird towards him the next day, he's like, what did I do? Like, what? I thought that's what you wanted. So now he went with his sister, like, to be on her side about moving to Thailand and all this stuff, hoping that the sister will be like, you're the best brother ever. Like, thank you so much for being with me and all this.
Yeah.
He's just like searching for validation.
And no one's giving it to him.
In the nastiest ways.
I know. Do you think maybe they'll all end up moving to Thailand? Do you think the dad's going to end up moving to Thailand? The Timothy, do you think he's going to end up moving there?
I don't know. I saw this really good theory this morning that the guy that plays Greg is going to be online, like, researching like people that are staying at the hotel, and he's gonna find out that the dad is in legal trouble.
Yeah.
Like, that article is gonna drop and he's gonna see it and he's gonna be like, yo, I need you to do something for me. Like, take out Belinda.
Oh, you think he's gonna take out Belinda?
But like, I think he's gonna like maybe have that plan, or like, this was the theory that he was gonna ask the dad, like, I'll give you all this money since you're in some hot water. Yeah. To take this lady out for me and like take care of her, and then you stay in Thailand with your family and you'll be protected just like me. But then
that's a good theory.
Everyone that dies in White Lotus, it's always an accident. So like,
yes, yeah. I think it's going to be an accident. Greg also is having the brothers and the dad come to his house. So that could be where it ties in. Everyone's theory was like there's cameras on the boat. Because like he's like, oh no, he wasn't mad. It was like, what?
I know.
And so that's like a theory. But then when he was like kind of into like the Buddhists, he's kind of like, you know what, maybe I'll like stay here. I don't know. That's because now two people have guns, the guy, the security guard, and Rick. So I'm like, okay. But like you said, it's always accidental. It's usually someone likable, which everyone thinks is going to be Chelsea. I know, which is kind of makes sense with the foreshadowing. It's a lot.
I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see. I like
it is
her.
sad.
I like her.
I liked all the characters that have died. The first season, I really liked Murray Bartlett's character.
Yes.
I was like, are you kidding? Obviously, Jennifer Coolidge's character. I was like,
iconic.
What? But I just, White Lotus is so good because all the like bad characters I really love. Like I do love Greg. I do love Patrick Schwarzenegger's character.
I know.
I'm kind of like, I kind of live for these characters.
Especially last night, they were like, Patrick sold it. He really sold it. He literally turned white. He was like, what are you talking about? That's my brother.
No, I get them confused with being like real. I'm like, is this real? Like, did this happen to him? Because it feels so real. It feels so authentic. And that's why the show is so good. But then I also heard theories that like Mook isn't as like innocent as she seems.
Yeah, Mook. Like, what's going on?
And she's a main character because she's arguably probably the most famous, like well-known person on the show. So, or at least relevant, current, all that stuff like that. So they were saying something with her because they showed her. Yeah.
Something sketchy with the hotel owner, like the
guy.
Yeah, I'm like, something is off. When Belinda tried to tell him, like, this guy Greg, something's up, he was like, I'm not understanding. Like, what?
No, everyone's sus. Everyone's sus. And they're all kind of awful, but they're all kind of great, too. I do love all the characters. The women I love, even though they're awful.
Oh, my God.
They're
going to leave not friends anymore.
Of course. But it's so good. And, like, I get so into it. Like, even when they were partying, I was like, that looks fun. They look like they're having a good time. Like, I think this is the best season for sure. I love the first season, but.
They're like, it's boring or nothing's happening, but it's like a show for people who like to people watch.
That's what it is. And everyone knows people like that. Like, it's so crazy. I was like, when that whole monologue happened and he was talking about, oh, he wants to be the girl. No, he wants to be the guy watching. Then he wants to be I'm like, but that's happened. That's like so many scenarios that are so real. And it's like, all these are real. The women are real. All of them are so real. The only normal couple is Rick and Chelsea. They're the only ones that are like, what the they're like each other. I think both of them need to get out of there because I'm just like, you're normal.
Everyone's always telling them crazy stories too.
But I had a meme today I saw on Twitter and I posted on my Instagram story and it's like these two have seen some shit.
Yes.
Both of them, because even her, when they were talking about the brother, she's just like,
her face killed me.
Her face is so good. I've definitely DM'd her multiple times. I'm like, girl, can you come on my podcast? I love her. I think her name's Amy Lou Wood, I think is her name. And I'm obsessed with her now. I think she's like just the cutest. She's my favorite on the show. So I'm always just like, hey, girl.
She did an interview talking about how she's like never seen so many people like talk about her teeth before because everyone loves it. They're like, she doesn't have veneers.
Yes. And they're just so cute. It makes her character, her faces.
Yes.
What was that? It was some like UK show she was talking about it. And I was like, oh, I love this girl so much. She's everything.
She's so cute.
Who's your favorite? Who would you be on the show?
Who would I be?
Yeah, like which guest or who would you be? Like who do you relate to?
like on this season?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like the trio, but like the friend that's like from New York.
Oh.
The one that's like mad. She was like, why were you pushing this guy on me only to sleep with him? I feel like she's maybe like the more normal.
Yes. Yeah, and she's single, so she can. The other ladies, I'm like, you're all married.
I do like Chelsea.
Yeah, I could see you as like a Chelsea, but you don't like older men.
That's like, I mean, you know.
She's a little loosey-goosey. I like Parker Posey's character. I like her. I'd be that mom. I love her.
Lorazepam.
Yeah, Lorazepam. She's off the rocker, but she's also very smart because that last one where she's like, I'm not meant to live. Like,
I know.
Like me as that's like a trending sound this morning, and I was like, okay, absolutely me.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm just too old to be.
Her character is cracking me up, and especially because after that, it was after they got back from the monastery,
yeah,
and he was telling him about like the afterlife or whatnot. I was like, he's gonna go home and just end it right there.
Right. He's like, that sounds great because he's like, what did he say? He's like, it's a return. You'll like this because he's like, it's a return to the water and like the ocean and the consciousness. And I was like, kind of tea though.
I was like, that's sounding a little too good to him right now. Though.
He's like, I want to return home. That sounds great. Poor guy. He's just always dealing with.
No, he's stressed. I'm like, your phone is locked away. Like when you get that thing back, you're done.
No, that's a reason alone to join a monastery. I would. If that was my life and I was already in Thailand, as he said to the beginning, like people are here to run away. I'm staying there.
He's looking to get severed.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's not a bad thing. I need to really watch the show. Everyone keeps talking about it, and I'm like,
no, you do.
I feel like I'm missing out. But there's 2 seasons. Oh, that's so much to catch up on.
It's not. It goes by fast. It goes by fast.
It is fast. But she's so lost 10 years after. So I think 10 years from now she'll watch it.
Lost is like late.
You will.
Yeah.
In a couple years, and then you'll do like all the cosplay. You'll be dressed as Hailey. Like I just see it.
Really? Okay.
Everyone wants her to do Harmony Corbell.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is that? I don't.
Yeah.
I
Can
know
you
none of
say
these.
just say Cold Harbor?
No.
Just say it.
I wouldn't say that.
Just say Cold Harbor.
Cold Harbor.
Mark.
Oh, that's good. I don't even know. I hate not knowing. I feel so out of the loop. It's like that one where the interviewer asked that old lady to be like, can you look in the camera and say Dua Lipa was the greatest artist? She's like, I wouldn't say that. Like that because you don't know what you're just telling me to say. I'm always like, Tana also told me last night that Black Mirror, I know it's like so old, but she's like, you have to.
Back.
Oh, it is?
Well, yeah, there's a new season. I think they dropped the trailer for the new season. It's coming back, yeah. But it is old. It's been on forever. I think at one point Netflix bought it. But it was
on
like
Netflix.
It was like a UK show, I think.
Because she's like, if there's one episode you have to watch, it's the Miley Cyrus, Ashley O or something.
I think you would like that one.
She's like, you have to watch that. I was like, okay, maybe.
There's a couple really good Black Mirror episodes. Some of them are like a little too dark. I can't watch them. And then
like graphic? Like what's dark?
Graphic, disturbing, and like just leaves you feeling gross. Like I think it's the first episode ever. There's like something about a pig. If you've seen it, you know.
Yeah, it stopped me from watching it.
It sits with you.
It's too dark and too real. So it's like
that's kind of the thing about Black Mirror. It just like makes you think, and sometimes just like so disturbing and like sad that you're like, I wish I could unsee that.
Yeah, that's why I don't do true crime. I don't like those thoughts in my head because I manifest everything. I'm like, let me not think about any of this stuff. You a true crime person?
Mm-mm. I can't do that.
Your voice is very like true crime. It's very like, soothing. And like, I feel like if I'm going to listen to someone, it's going to be like a voice like yours. Who was the girl I listened to?
Sue.
Rotten Mango.
Yeah,
oh, yes,
Mango.
Stephanie.
Yeah. When she used to do mukbangs, I remember she had drama. Do you remember this? Were you around with the NIKOCADO drama?
Yeah.
Were you making videos back then?
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
It was like December time.
Yes.
I was like, it's always Christmas time when there's something crazy going on. Oh, yeah. And it was like the security cameras in her house.
Shit, so many. I was like, bro, why do you have so many security cameras? It was so... I was glued to it. Everyone was like on her side. And I remember when I said like NIKOCADO, like, first of all, I'm cool with NIKOCADO now. We talk, we're good. But like, I remember in 2017, I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't like comfortable with him coming to my house. Everyone came for me. Stephanie, she was like, I'm scared. Everyone's like, oh my God, poor Stephanie. I really think it's because she's like tiny and little. And I was just like, okay, like whatever.
Like she was just like also never in any drama. So the thing is like, she was never in drama and never problematic. So everyone was just like, oh, it must be true.
That is true. It's kind of like when Rosanna first came out with Mr. Beast. Everyone's like, what? Yeah. Like, Rosanna's talking about it?
I know.
That is, that's actually probably true. She seems great. I mean, I love now that she's, like, fully doing this because she used to just, like, eat and talk about true crime.
Yeah.
And now I only listened to it because I was, like, on my car ride home and it, like, took me to hers and I hate true crime. But
yeah, she makes it interesting and you're just like,
What? Her voice? Yeah, the way we were talking about this, the way she tells like a story is like so. I was watching one about like human egg farms, like where they're like trafficking people's eggs. And yeah, it was like so scary. It felt like I don't know what Black Mirror is about, but it seemed like a Black Mirror episode. And I was just so glued to the way she was like telling the story and talking. And I was like, good for her. I didn't know where she went because I used to watch her and then I like kind of fell off or whatever. And I'm like, damn, she's really killing it. She has like a fancy house now and stuff. But true crime, not my thing.
No, but it's huge.
Yes, I know. I get why people like it, but I just don't need it in my head. You know what I mean?
It sits with me. That's the type of stuff that like when I go to bed at night, I like think about it and I'm like,
do you?
Yes. If I watch it.
Yeah.
Or if I hear it, I think about it and it just freaks me out. I'm like, I can't.
Stick with White Lotus.
Yes.
What other shows are you watching?
What am I watching? It was just like Severance. That I would just watch Paradise. So good.
What is that one?
It's kind of like almost like the end of the world or like the end of the world, political. Everybody moved to like this one little protected society because it's just like, I don't even know how to explain it other than.
Yeah, it's a political sci-fi.
Yeah, they moved everybody to like a Truman Show type of
I love that.
neighborhood that has like food and everyone has jobs and a house and they're protected. But to go outside, like the world is just, there's nothing. Like the world ended.
Oh, it's the end of the world. And
the world ended and these people that got lucky got chosen to be part of this new society.
Ooh.
But then the president was murdered. And you're kind of wondering like what happened.
And then who's running the little society?
There's this one woman called Sinatra.
Oh, okay. Relation to Frank?
They just called her. I don't remember why they called her that. But
I love that idea. The world ends and we all go to like the Universal backlot and live on like Wisteria Lane.
That's kind of so like cool. What it was like, except
that's such a slay.
There's like a lot of secrets and everyone's just wondering like how it all came to be. It's like flashing forward a bit and then it's like going back and forth and the way it ended, I was gagged.
So do you watch this at night? Or are you like watching shows at night?
Yeah, I watched it at night.
You like turn your like stuff off and you're like, I'm gonna watch TV tonight.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm like, I need to like check out sometimes and like watch stuff. But also it's like pop culture to be watching shows and talking about it on TikTok when you get really invested in stuff because
I know I want to always talk about it, especially like White Lotus, but there's just so much out there. I'm like, I have nothing to contribute. I love all the theories because I'm just like, I'm like looking at all of it, but I'm like, God, I'm not that smart. Like I can't put that stuff together unless I watch a TikTok. So then when I'm watching the show, I feel smart. Be like, oh yeah, this, and this, because because you were saying like the guy, the hotel owner, and he's just like, oh, I think he's working with him. You know what I mean? I was like, so I saw the theory on TikTok, but what's your For You page look like? Like are you on X?
Yeah.
So what's like a For You page on X or TikTok look like for you?
On X, it's like a lot of memes, a lot of pop crave, buzzing pop, all those.
It's you. It's all yours. Like
it's like all pop culture and like people reacting to news that's coming out. A lot of fan pages, movie stuff, TV stuff. But
really?
Yeah.
Mine is right now this guy dunking his face in ice water.
I just saw that this morning.
Yes, you haven't seen this guy
on X?
Yes, it's his morning routine, and he does the same thing, and it's always like it's very fancy and very edited. He's like, it looks like he's living a fancy life. I'm not sure what this guy does, but every morning, and then he has like
he's like a life coach.
He's a life coach. Makes sense because you're like, what is this guy doing? But he like gets up at 4 a.m. He's like super fit. He like works out outside. He does meditation. His girlfriend's like slicing fruit for him, and you think he's gonna eat it, but then she puts it in the ice bowl, and then he like dunks his face in the ice bowl. But he has like multiple videos. This is like his thing.
So he's the second guy. The original one doesn't have the girlfriend. He does it on his own.
Oh,
but
really?
You know how I was exposed to that?
Jimmy.
Insert the clip.
Jimmy, our editor, did it.
I just saw him put his face in a bowl of ice. I'm like, why?
Yeah, can you give me a straw? How long does he do it for? 9:05, 9:06, 9 a.m., 9:09, 9:15! 9:15!
Have you ever done that?
No, but this must be why this morning I saw a Mr. Beast tweet like, good morning, or like, get ready to dunk your face in like water. Like something that had to do
Beast is on it?
Something that had to do with like a face in ice water. I only know about it because I think of like Bella Hadid.
Did she do that?
Something, or like one of the Hadids said that they did this.
I guess what's the point? I guess it tightens your skin because if you wash your face in ice water, it like kind of tightens your skin. I do that before like getting makeup on, but this is like literally like a bowl of water and they just like put their face in it.
I mean, some people in the morning dunk their whole body into ice water,
like a cold plunge.
Yeah, the cold plunge.
Yeah, so I think it's like a mini, it's like a mini cold plunge. Probably gives you like a spark of It's like drinking a coffee, but
some energy. What's your morning routine look like at 4 a.m.? Well, you get up early, right?
Like 7 or so.
And then what do you do? What's like your routine?
I literally wake up, grab my phone, and I'm like scrolling. That's just
Right
like my
away.
scroll. Yeah.
You don't clear your mind?
No.
You don't meditate? Do you meditate?
No.
I love meditation. I love that White Lotus is talking about meditation because it really does clear your mind. Like, you know, what's his name? Lockie? The son?
Lachlan.
When he like is meditating and that's when he sees everything clear from the night before. And that's what it is. It gives you so much clarity. I'm like all about meditation. The first thing I do in the morning is I have to like go and just like lock, well, now I do. I have a meditation room that Moses built for me, but I'm in the closet because it's just like closer to our bedrooms for the kids. But I
like
just
Matt
like
and Abby in the closet.
What? Are they still there? I love that. First, I love that you also follow Matt and Abby because I'm like invested. Do you think they're real or do you think they're rage baiting?
I think they're rage baiting. They have to be. I think they know the things that get viral.
Okay, is he still in the closet of
I
his
don't know.
podcast?
I haven't really seen an update on that.
Are they still posting?
I think so. Yeah.
They're just so boring. That's one couple I just like would love to not see a podcast or any clips about anymore.
I only hear about them when they go viral, but they get huge guests on their podcast.
I know.
At their house and everything.
Who's their people? It's just so random. You see like Taylor Lautner there. I'm like, what the hell?
And they fly out because they don't live like in LA. I think they live in Arizona. It's like people fly out. I'm like, what the heck?
Hell no. They've asked me. The Unplanned podcast had asked me on their DM, and I block them. I'm like, don't even message me. They piss me off so much.
They are so interesting. The cruise thing was crazy. But
that's where I was like, that's when we talked about them, and I'm like even if it's rage baiting, you guys just look like awful parents. Like you just look. Why would you want that? Like, what amount of money is worth the world thinking you're just the parents? And you know, it's not. That's not a troll. I think the cruise one. My theory on that is like
accident.
They probably thought they were being really clever. Like, look at us FaceTiming our baby monitor,
too.
and then everyone's like, that's not. And then they're like, oh, and so I don't think that was rage because it was just a story. It wasn't like a podcast.
No, she thought she hacked the system.
Yes. So they were like, look at this, and I'm like, y'all are terrible parents.
That is
like,
not
that's
what you
crazy.
thought it was.
I can't stand them, but luckily I don't see them either until they go viral, and I'm like, thank God, because
that's when I get the updates on them, pretty much. But
is that the TikTok couple you follow? You had a TikTok couple news story. You said, what was the one right when we started? Not the SNOO.
Sarah Kim and her husband Andrew.
This one I see everywhere. I just see people do the trending sound, like I can't believe like this. She has a full-time job. She has the kids, does content, and then the husband, is he a husband or just boyfriend?
Husband.
Just like sits at home, unemployed for years, plays video games, like doesn't help out. I keep seeing that trend. Like, what are you talking about?
All these TikToks were going viral of people saying, I feel so bad for Sarah Kim. Her husband plays video games. She's pregnant, has no job, all this stuff. But she was doing like a limited part about their marriage on the podcast that they started.
Oh, they have a podcast too.
Yeah, so she started a podcast, and each episode of this season, I think it was just 8 episodes, she was describing how they met, when they got married, their life, while married, and where they are right now. And they talked about the past of when they first got married, and he played video games because he just got the computer, and then they said he doesn't play video games like as much anymore or like at all. But people were like seeing these clips of things thinking that it was happening right now.
Oh, I see. So they like exposed themselves. Nobody would have known about this if they didn't talk about it.
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't like current. So he's not like currently unemployed playing video games and she's pregnant. They were talking about their entire life.
I see.
And I think it was really supposed to be, talk about finances before you get married. Talk about how you are. They didn't live together before they were married. So this was also them kind of talking about experiencing living with one another and maybe things to discuss with your partner before you move in and your habits and what you do and just being considerate of one another.
Right.
And them just being so honest. And then the clips started going viral and everyone isn't aware that they're talking about
the
past time.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better for her then because I was like, damn girl, like what are you doing?
I know.
So he works now.
I believe he works now because they said that they didn't want to have a baby until he had like this job lined up.
Okay.
And so I believe he has this job that was lined up, hopefully.
We don't know what it is. Is it the podcast?
I don't know what it is. Oh gosh. Could you imagine if it's the podcast and it's like another thing?
He's like, I'm the influencer now. You know what? That makes a little more sense in context because I too overshare all our issues in the beginning. I love to tell people, look how far we've come. And then people are like, whoa, that's kind of a weird story to share because you like to say like, it wasn't always perfect. It was this. And then people are kind of like judge you a little bit. I like that they were being real, I guess.
They were being very real. And especially when they were talking about the finances. I mean, some of the things that he was saying definitely didn't make him look good because she said that she was always stressed about money and her family worked really hard when she was younger. Her dad worked like 70, 80 hours a week to make sure that they never stressed about money. She could go to school. She was taken care of. She said she worked too, like in high school and stuff. But
right.
He was just like always working. And so she was just like, I want, to think about our future children, their college fund, can we retire? And he's like, I'm making some money. It's fine. I'm not stressed about the future. Oh. And they definitely had different perspectives on money and finances and saving for the future. In that part, everyone was like, her dad is saying like he worked 78 hours a week. Like you should get your butt up and work too.
See. But was he saying he like spent money? Like he like make money and spend it? Or like what were people's concerns? Because it's not the worst thing because I'm a spender for sure and Moses is the saver. Yeah. And like you can find the balance. But what was he saying that was like alarming people? Just that her dad worked so much and that he wasn't.
They were just kind of like, how aren't you motivated to want to work for your family? And like how did you like not work for 2 years? Or like you only had these like little crumbs, or you're telling her to kind of like stop stressing out a little bit. You should be like stressing with her, like planning for the future with her.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that is just part of it though. I don't know. There's always people like with different financial things. You're never going to meet someone just like you. So
yeah,
I weirdly have empathy for this person. I don't even know him, but now I kind of have empathy. I was seeing all those viral things. I'm like, who is this person they keep talking about? And now I'm like, well, I get it, I guess. And some people, they like love to work. Like you're talking about Harvey Levin and like how he's just like, oh, I need to come back. Like he's probably so rich and like, could be on vacation for life. And he's just like, I gotta go work. I think that would like Dave Portnoy too. I think he's like so rich. I'm like, why are you doing, when he was doing BFFs, so I was like, why are you doing this? Like, it's so weird. You're so rich.
They just like it.
Yeah, because he's also doing podcasts now. And I'm just like, I don't know. If I was so rich, I'm just like, I'm so done with the drama. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I wonder if, because I play the lottery. I'm like, if I wonder if I won the lottery, if I'd still be like in it. No, I don't think so.
I feel like you would like a little bit. You'd just be making TikToks.
Maybe like TikToks. But even then, I don't even make TikToks on drama because I'm like, well, I'll just say for the podcast where you make money. You know what I mean? Like TikTok, I don't make money. So I'm like, do I really care about this drama that much?
On TikTok?
No. Do you?
Yeah.
I make no.
Like, are you in the creator program?
Yes. And I, like, not even kidding, like a couple thousand, maybe a month.
Okay.
It's something, but it's definitely not like a mortgage payment or anything.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, TikTok's just like whatever. Love it. It's relevancy too. Like I love TikTok as like touring and stuff. People like post and then, more people when it comes to the show. So I like that aspect of it.
I think TikTok's just fun. It feels more personal than YouTube and it feels more personal than Instagram. Like you could post something and you don't look good at all and you're just like, you guys, did you see this? Like, this is crazy, right?
And it's like quick, and it's just where the people are. Like, I have 10 million people on there, and it's like I never had that on any other platform. So, yeah, I like it. It does suck because I love YouTube. Obviously, our podcast on YouTube, but it's like there's nothing to watch. I really do just watch you, and I think that's it. Like, if you look at my search feed, it's always just you. Yeah, that's all I watch, and yeah, all the time I get my news. But you're on TikTok so much, I also feel like I get my news from you on there. So you're like the news anchor.
Oh my God.
I just feel like you know everything going on. It's crazy.
That's funny because then like sometimes throughout the week, like I'll obviously watch this podcast and like look at the timestamps. I'm like, what did I not talk about? Like but there's like a lot of stuff that like you talk about that I don't talk about or like I didn't know.
Yeah, Oscar's very good at like finding things all over the internet too. I try with my little stories
stuff sometimes. Yeah. So I'm like, yes.
Yeah, like where did you find that? But you're like that too. Sometimes you like have ones I'm like, Sloan is very niche. I like watching him too and I'm always like, oh, this is like stuff no one's talking about. He just has the most random stories that come up, but they do well.
It's like something from like 2010. You're like, oh my.
I'm like, the research is insane. Yeah. I'm like you though, where I'm like TikTok, if I see like the same thing over and over, then I'm like, okay, people want to talk about this.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I'm always like, my For You page. What is my For You page on TikTok? Do I have anything on there? CYBERTRUCKS getting vandalized. No, you know what my TikTok is? Okay, maybe everyone is. Do you get the bots that seem so real on TikTok leaving comments? Like, the bots are getting smart now. Well, they'll, like, kind of say something that happened in your video.
What?
You haven't seen this? My bots will be like, and it's so weird, like, wow, I really like the way you explain this, like, in your leopard outfit. And I'm like, this is so weird. So then I go, and it's
the
like,
leopard outfit is crazy.
Yeah, or like, listen to something you said in the video, like, me and Tana will have, like, a sleepover. Like, oh, sleepover with you girls would be so fun. Like, I really like the way Tana ate the french fry. And I'm like, this is such a weird comment. And then you always go, and it's, like, always one of those, like, OF models or something like that.
Like, where does that come from?
I don't know. How do they do it?
Who's doing that?
It's a bot, right? Like
It's like, is someone buying that? Like, I just never know.
It's like a bot plus AI. Like in our comments, for example, when you go to look at the comments, the app will recommend you replies to say back from AI, and they're insane because they will be like, somebody said something about me. It's like, yeah, he's in it great. He's like, and he's a dad too. Like, how does the AI know?
It was a bot, right?
Yeah, that like I'm a dad.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's insane.
You don't get those? Do you check your
see
comments?
it on YouTube. I see like the bot comments on YouTube where it's like, I love like this video is so good, like it's so well edited or whatever, but like the profile picture is like a woman in a bikini. Like I know it's like a bot.
Oh, you don't see it on TikTok?
Not really.
Do you check your comments?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I'm like,
They're
I
probably
don't know.
there.
If it's because on TikTok, I'm like giving my opinion and it's like way more controversial, especially like if it's about like Justin and Hailey, like that's really where like a lot of people are like talking about all these opinions. Like the Beliebers are in there, Selena fans are in there. I don't know what's gonna be in there.
So you don't really like go into that, but you give your opinion on it.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the guy that didn't work for 2 years, but now he has a job?
Well, that one I was like, okay, not everything that's being said about him is true in the current. I just felt like they just had different views on finances, but they seemed to like work it out.
Yeah.
I felt bad that it felt like her views of like wanting to be stable and save money and like plan for the future were kind of like put down a bit. Like he was like, you need to like chill out. Like, let's chill out. I felt like it was fine for her to be how she was and that's how she was raised.
Yeah. You need that. You need a person that is that, because that's Moses' situation. Like, stop spending so much. You know what I mean? Which is true, because I was like spending everything. I was literally zero each month, and I was like, okay, I should probably have like some money saved. So now we're like better at it. But like, you need someone to say that. I would never be like, chill out. I was like, yeah, you're probably right. I'm broke every month, so it's like I should probably save some money, and it works and it helps. So maybe that guy. Well, hopefully he's listening to her now. What's your thoughts on CYBERTRUCKS?
They look just like odd. They look so weird. Whenever I see one, I'm like, that's unnecessary.
Oh, you don't love it?
I feel like I'm in a video game or something. I want to be in one or something. I don't know.
You want to be in a Cybertruck or a video game?
I want to be in the Cybertruck. Like, when I experience it.
It's empty, girl. I was obsessed with them. Yes, when you go inside, it feels like a shell. Because I was obsessed because Kim Kardashian was obsessed with it. But obviously now Elon Musk is like
Kim
the worst.
was getting weird with it. Like, her robot boyfriend man, whatever Elon gave her. I'm like, what is that?
Do you think she's getting paid?
Yeah. That's definitely an ad.
Why though? Why? Who's buying a robot? Like, who's getting a Tesla robot?
They say it's the future.
Did you see the people putting their butts on the Cybertrucks?
What?
My ex is this too. This is my Twitter. Is literally people rubbing their butts on it, and I was just thinking like, okay, but like, what's the point?
Like, as in like an FU to Tesla?
I guess like Elon, yeah, because he's like transphobic and all this other crazy. So it's all like, but also like, why are you doing it? And I guess they're getting vandalized. Like, people are spray painting them, and they just really hate them. Thank God, I almost got one. Stop. Are you a Tesla driver?
I have a Tesla, but everyone's like, okay, you need to get that sticker that was like, I bought it before he was crazy.
That's so funny. Do they? Yeah, because that's the thing. They're like so like environmentally friendly, and they're so good.
I'm like, I just never liked going to the gas station because it was scary, and like weird stuff has happened to me at the gas station where people have like run up on me and like screamed at me.
Oh my God,
and stuff.
that happened?
So yeah.
Okay, that's my question then though for the Tesla, because like I want to get a VW van for my mom, but they're electric only. So if she drives to Vegas, she has to stop and charge, right?
It depends how big the battery is.
So
I've driven to Vegas before on one charge.
Okay, and then when you get to Vegas, they have like hotel chargers or something?
Yeah, some of the hotels will have chargers, or there will be chargers in the area, but you can look it up on your phone.
But isn't it like a gas station? How do you feel safe? Or do you get to sit in the car? Like, how does it feel different?
Yeah, you can just sit in the car. So you just plug it in, then you go and you sit in your car. It is, I mean, I just feel like most of the chargers are in like an open area and everyone's like doing the same thing. I mean, I guess at the gas station you're doing the same thing, but just the vibes of the gas station sometimes. Scary. And
so you like the electric car. I like it because everything's going electric. Like, I want to get that freaking VW van, but I'm like, do you have a charger at your house?
Mm-hmm. I could just plug it in when I get home.
I like the idea of one, but
There's
I don't know.
There's like pros and cons because sometimes it's like if you forget to charge it and you have to go somewhere, it's like, oh my God, like I need to go to like the supercharger. It takes like 30 minutes.
30 minutes. That's crazy. No, I remember with like David, he had a Tesla back then, and we'd be like midnight, and we'd be like at the charging station at midnight, just like waiting. Yeah, and I was like, wait, this is so awful. Like a gas, you could just put like 10 minutes into your gas.
But did you think that the chargers like were better than going to the gas station?
Well, the ones we went to were like in the middle of nowhere. It was like side of the road, middle of nowhere. And I was like, well, now we're here at midnight, just like sitting in this Tesla, and it's like back when no one had them, and
like they have one at the Commons.
Oh right, okay, yeah, here too.
So it's like I'll
movies.
sit there and wait, and like I feel fine.
The Topanga Social, I guess, has one too. You get that VIP parking if you're electric car.
Fancy.
Yeah. Okay. I don't hate it. I know that's like the direction. Someone said in 10 years, it's all going to be electric cars. So I think we're all going to have to make that switch. But
then I feel like by then there will be more charging stations.
Right. Where
now
everything is.
Sometimes you're like having to look it up and it's like, okay, like in like 15 minutes, like I'll be at one, but it'll be like on every corner.
I'm not going to lie. I really want to park in those electric car spots, especially when you just want to run into the mall and get a Wetzel's Pretzels. That's a Topanga, they're right there. And I'm like, God, the Wetzel Pretzel's right there. And I'm like, there's like 10 of them open. I'm like, oh, God, if I just park in here, like,
yeah,
who's going to care?
Easier.
But then you'll probably be like pissed because you're like, this person doesn't have.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the heck? You didn't plug it in.
Yeah.
I've seen people just like open the gas thing and like dangle it on there. Yeah, to make it look like they're charging their car. It's like a Toyota, like a normal car.
And they walk in and they
walk in and it's just like leaning. It's like on the,
That's smart. I should do that.
Like,
because I never
I'm
thought
about
about
to do that.
Period. I'm going to do that, I think.
Because we get the Wetzels.
You get all the good parking spots. And I'm just like, damn. Channing Tatum no longer taking fat rolls. Did you see this?
Oh, yeah. He said it's like too hard on his body to go like, to lose it and then go back and forth and whatnot.
Did you see the pictures? The before of him at 235 versus him at 205. But again, X is wild. Why is everybody agreeing with him? Like, yeah, man, health first. I was like, first of all, you're not even fat. Like, how are that considered
I know, it's like
fat?
he looks good still.
He still like has a flat
But didn't
stomach.
he say he was like, I'm thankful for my genetics or something or grateful for something? I'm like, yeah, because you look good and you can go back and forth.
And you're like 30 pounds away. You really didn't have any fat. It just looked like less muscle. Like he just like wasn't working out as much.
The abs weren't defined.
Channing Tatum, I don't know. He seems a little dubious to me. I just do not get his vibe. I do not get his appeal. You like him?
He's all right. I mean, he's one of those actors I'm like, okay, all right. Like, I'm not like obsessed, but I don't dislike him. I think he's had like pretty good movies and...
Name one good Channing Tatum movie.
I mean, everybody likes 21 Jump Street or like 20...
No. That's the one everyone likes? No.
But like everyone is like, that's funny and like... the dance one, oh my gosh, I'm gonna eat eaten alive because I don't remember it. It's not Just Dance, is it?
Honey?
That's the game.
Just Dance. I do not know. I am not familiar with Channing Tatum's. I did like the Zoe Kravitz one. I always talk about that one. That one's kind of good.
Step Up! Oh my god, I was saying Just Dance.
He was a Step Up?
Magic Mike?
Oh! But people like that movie or no? Magic Mike's a stripper one.
Because they have the whole Vegas show because of it.
I don't know.
The
Did you watch it?
I've been to Magic Mike in Vegas.
You have?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it was good. I was really like negative about it. I was like, I don't want to go, you guys. My friend wanted to go for her birthday. And of course we walk in and she gets us the seat right in the front. And I'm like...
Are they like dancing on you like that?
Yeah, they are.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Is it cheesy or is it like hot?
I thought it was going to be cheesy and like gross and like I wasn't going to like feel like I don't know, but... It ended up being a really good show, like the way that they dance, and there's like a storyline to the whole thing, and it was really, really good.
Is it based on the movie?
I don't think.
Oh,
I think maybe one part of it.
You never saw the movie.
I saw it like a long time ago.
See, no one watches Channing Tatum movies.
I've seen it a long time ago, and like maybe only just like a couple parts. Like it was on, you know.
Yeah.
But everyone loves it. It's like a classic, or like I'm thinking of Step Up. But I've seen Magic Mike.
Step Up is more classic.
I just don't remember it.
You think more people like Step Up than Magic Mike? I just feel like Magic Mike is a bigger one. I don't remember
Magic Mike is a bigger one. They did a couple. Magic Mike's Last Dance, Magic Mike XXL.
What? Is he in all of them?
I think so. It looks like he is.
And not even age shaming because I'm old too, but is he like 50? Like how is he doing all these movies?
No. They did 3 Step Ups.
Oh my gosh. Is he like a good dancer?
Yeah.
I've never seen him dance.
He's 44.
So he's doing Magic Mike in his 30s? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, he looks good. I will give him that.
He
looks
does.
pretty good.
I mean, maybe it just doesn't sound like I'm a Channing Tatum fan now.
I just don't know anyone who's like loved Channing Tatum, but
all I know is he's a Swiftie. His daughter went to the Eras tour and he was trading friendship bracelets and that's why I liked him.
Okay. Are you a Swiftie?
Yeah. Really big Swiftie.
I didn't know that about you. Did you go to the Eras tour?
I went twice.
Which ones?
The very first one.
In Arizona.
I got really lucky.
Oh my
I got my
God.
wisdom teeth taken out that week. And then someone on Twitter was like, if you put this code in right now on SeatGeek, it will let you buy a ticket at face value. And I was like, what? And I freaking went on, put the code in, and it let me buy a ticket for $100. I bought 2 and I took my mom. I was like, girl, we're getting on a plane. We're going to Arizona. We're going to the Eras Tour night 1.
Oh my God, wait, that's so cute. And then you came to the one here in LA.
That one, I did the Ticketmaster war for that one.
What was that one? What's Ticketmaster War?
Just like the website was crashing. Everyone like was struggling to get a ticket. And somehow
Did you have to pay above market value?
Oh, yeah. It was ridiculous. Yeah. It was like $1,000.
For a ticket. Was it worth it?
It was. I was pretty close. I was like right there at the end of the stage.
Wow. Did she touch people?
No.
She doesn't do like hands or anything?
She touched like, just like whenever she gave the hat, the 22 hat, that's when.
Oh, who got it at your shows?
I don't remember who it was at the first night, but it's always like a little kid.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Did any like adults ever try to grab it from the kid?
I don't think so, because they just like, they take the kid and then they put them in like the spot and then they.
Famous
take
kid
them
or
back.
just a random kid?
A random kid. Although some of them were like TikTok like fans of Taylor.
Gotta get Malibu to these concerts. Be like, here. My dad used to do that for me with baseball players. We'd stay at the same hotel as them, and he'd have me like bring a baseball up to them and ask them to sign
Hailey,
it.
at the hotel.
With Albert Bell from the Cleveland Indians in 1995. I wish it was Justin Bieber. I wish it was cool. My dad kind of was. I was a Hailey Bieber. My dad would take me to Michael Jackson's house and we would like sit outside.
Outside the house?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Karma, because of all my other houses, I had people coming to it. I was like, oh.
Stop.
Yeah, we would sit outside Neverland Ranch. It's in Los Olivos, California. And we'd just sit outside there for hours, just like waiting for Michael Jackson, and he did come out a few times. And my dad didn't know my scheme was to marry. I don't think Hailey Bieber probably didn't think to marry him. Maybe her dad did, but my dad was the opposite. He probably didn't know that I was scheming to marry Michael Jackson. Like that was my goal. But he did that with everyone. Like he would take me to book signings, but it was all like old actors. Steve Buscemi, Michael Madsen. I have pictures with them when I'm like 12. So I relate. That's what I'm saying. The Hailey Bieber, I relate to her. I get it. And like I'm jealous. I wish I would have married Michael Jackson.
Oh my God. Like
you know?
she won. She got in there.
If I married Michael Jackson, I'd be like, I'm the biggest fan. I love him. I was waiting outside his house. I would be telling everybody the story because like I made it. I'm 1 in a billion. So.
You think she would get less hate if she owned it? She was like,
Yes.
I was a fan.
Yes.
I was outside the hotels. And I won.
Because then no one could use it against her. I think what put me over the edge the last week is the one where she's just like, she's asked, were you a believer? And she's like, no, it wasn't really like, I was like, well, don't lie about it.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, of course. Like he was on everybody's like wall. So I agree. I think with that, she should just be honest about it.
I feel like the honesty is good because it's like, okay, yeah, it's a little weird you knew about him before he knew about you, but then it's like, it's
who
normal because
doesn't?
like who doesn't?
Everyone knows. Like, to say, like, that's like saying, oh, I didn't know Michael Jackson. Like, I wasn't in the same era as Justin Bieber. I was definitely doing drugs in a ditch in 2009, but I knew who Justin Bieber was. I know. I'm not going to be like, oh, I didn't know him. Like, that's such a weird thing. But then to be in all the places. But you said there's an update now. So a lot of people will suggest that Justin doesn't like Hailey, which is kind of crazy. Because there's also videos of him, like, his body language turned away from Selena. Like, that's just, if you see Moses and I kiss on a video, everyone will be like, oh, he pulled away from her because he doesn't like to kiss my lip gloss. So it's like, it looks like he's like disgusted to kiss. So no matter what, you can like make this thing. That's why we never kiss. Anyone time anyone's to give her a kiss, I'm like, no, because people are going to analyze this. They're going to look like, I tell him to lean more into me because I'm always leaning up to him to look like I'm the one that's thirsty for the kiss. I just know how people are. So anyways, but last night you said he posted an Instagram story.
Yes. I feel like the thing is like Justin just doesn't do Hailey any favors when it comes to like kind of like quieting down the hate.
Yeah.
Because people are like, he doesn't like her. He posts pictures where he doesn't look happy when he's next to her.
Right.
So then last night he posts this story. It's like a reel. And it's this little kid sticking up his middle fingers. And it's like POV, me behind my girlfriend after she makes me mad. And
he wrote that part?
No, it's just like, that's the whole reel.
No, and he posted that.
Yeah, he just posted it on his story, probably to be like, hee hee ha ha, like relatable. But I'm like, even just hinting like a little bit that you get mad at Hailey, even though realistic, you're a couple. maybe not the best move.
Yeah, always make it look good. Don't post anything crazy. Do you think maybe he has like a manager maybe sabotaging him that post for him?
I don't think so. I think he's
doing that?
right now he's just like posting so much. He's like spamming every day.
Really? I need to follow him. What else is he spamming?
He's just posting multiple times a day. I think new music is coming and he's just like locked in on his phone. Right after he posted this though, he posted like him and Hailey like out like on his grid, like a grid post.
Like a paparazzi picture?
No, just it looked like they were at Air One or something. They were getting food and it's a picture of her and then her waiting in the line for the food and then them at the table. I'm like,
is he snapping him?
Yeah, and it's like cute. Not like she's smiling or anything. It's like always like bad pictures of her caught off guard. But I'm like, was that to like redeem for the reel that you posted?
We need to do that. Let's go to Air One and snap pictures of me. That's so cute, actually. I kind of love that. If you saw Justin Bieber out at Air One, would you say anything to him?
I wouldn't say anything, but I'd be like, oh my gosh, like that's Justin Bieber. I feel like he just doesn't like when he seems like moody. Like sometimes
for sure moody.
He's like super down to meet fans and then other times he's like really like don't go up to him.
Would you take a photo or video?
I would probably like video like from afar. Just because like what the heck?
I'm so guilty of it. I think it's like I hate it so much when people do it to me. I'm like, that's so rude. But God, sometimes you see someone and you're like, I want to snap it. I want to show that I saw this person. In a way, I guess it's more...
I guess it just depends where I am though. It just depends on the situation. If like we're in public at like an Air One, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take a video. Wow. But if we're in private somewhere, like no.
Survivor meetup tomorrow.
Well, yeah, because I had a crazy experience with Timothée Chalamet's sister at the gyno one time.
You did? Personally?
Yes.
What happened? How did you even know who it was?
Because she's on that Sex Lives of College Girls show, and I really love that show. But so I was trying out a new gyno. I was like, okay, I've been hearing like a lot about this lady. Like, let me go. I wasn't vibing with my gyno. So I'm in the waiting room and it's just me and Pauline. And it was the day after the Golden Globes where Kylie and Timothée it was last year. They just like debuted as a couple like for the first time like on TV. Everyone's talking about them. Because at the time they thought there was drama with Selena. Like, because Taylor Swift, Selena, and Kelly Teller were like all talking together.
I remember that. They caught like audio,
Yeah, they were like, did like Kylie tell Selena she couldn't take a picture with Timmy? So everyone's like talking about it. That. Then I'm at the gyno. His sister walks in. I'm like, oh my God, it's Pauline. Like, this is crazy. And it's just her and I in the waiting room.
Okay.
And they're like, Pauline, prenatal? For the 9 months, it's going to be this amount of money.
Oh my God. Like shouting it like that?
Yes. I was like.
Okay, privacy.
I was like, she's pregnant?
Oh.
Yeah.
Was she? Is she?
Because they were like, prenatal, it's going to be this for the 9 months. I'm like.
That is wild, actually, to shout that out.
No, I was like,
crazy.
Oh my God. That, like, what do you mean she's pregnant? Like, that's insane.
And Spill Sessions in the waiting room with you.
Yeah, like, what the heck? And then I just felt weird about the doctor after that because I was like, I made a TikTok about it because after I made a TikTok after she gave birth and she like.
So she was pregnant.
She was.
And no one knew.
No one knew. She hid like the pregnancy like the entire time, and then right at the end,
crazy.
Like her friend posted a picture, and they were like, "Oh my God, she's pregnant." And then I think after she gave birth, she did an interview, and then I was like, "You guys, I waited like 9 months to tell this story."
That's crazy.
About this like office that I felt was like so weird.
Do you go there still?
No, because after I like after that appointment, they had emailed me back, and it was like all in lowercase, and I was just. It felt like unprofessional or something.
Wait, what was all in lowercase?
Like, they emailed me back to be like, oh, like, the results of your test, like, da-da-da. And it was, like, all lowercase. I'm like...
Why was the lowercase a red flag?
I was just grammar, like... Just not
it just looked unprofessional.
Oh, there was
like,
not one capital
yeah, it was like,
you're
telling me, like, news about, like, oh, I need to come back for something. And, like, it's all lowercase. Like, shouldn't you be, like, calling me or something? Like, I don't know. Like, I have questions now. Anyway, some people were saying, like, so funny. It's not... a violation for them to like ask her to pay for like what she, but I was like,
so I think shouting is crazy.
I was like, I don't know though, because
if you knew, no, that was always our fear.
What if you still
worked
for TMZ?
Yeah, or like what if I was like an asshole and I went home and like made a TikTok that day being like, I saw like she's pregnant,
and people are
like she clearly wanted it private the whole time.
Course. No, when we gave birth, it was like we were keeping it a secret for like a week or like just like literally a week, and like someone 2 days later saw us like at Brent's diner, and they were like taking a picture from the back with like the baby camera. I was like, y'all are weird, but also like I guess I get it, but the doctors is a totally different thing because you're like at the doctors, that's supposed to be like confidential. Like I know every time we go, I'm always like, God, what if someone didn't know? That's like crazy, and it just sucks to ruin it. Because if you were that person, which a lot of people are, some people don't even think of it as malice. They think like, oh my God, I want to break this first, which is exciting. But then you ruin it for that person, and like, yeah, if you were a different person, that could have been
so
you.
it just, that office gave me a weird vibe. But some people that commented on my TikTok didn't think so. They were like, oh, that was just, that's the office. Like they asked her to pay, and like that wasn't like HIPAA.
What's HIPAA?
Like the patient doctor confidentiality, where they're like not allowed to like spill your business.
That sounds HIPAA to me.
I think that's HIPAA.
Hate it. The TikTok comments are wild, and that's why I'm like, sometimes I'm like, when I look at them, I'm like, I lose hope.
Yeah.
For society on it.
But a lot of baby drama this week.
What else is the baby drama?
The SNOO drama.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this. Like
I mean, it's like, I don't even want to say it's drama because it's just like feels like such a horrible thing.
This one's like actually crazy. I need you to set this up again because like when you were telling me, my jaw was like on the floor. I hadn't heard anything about this, but I actually probably would have made a TikTok on this. There's very few things I'm gonna make TikTok for. I wouldn't make a TikTok on this. Maybe I still will.
Well, because it's a really big brand. Everybody like that's in the baby world knows about the SNOO.
SNOO is like a bassinet that like in theory is supposed to like rock your baby to sleep, your newborn.
Like $1,000, right?
No, more.
It was $1,500.
1,800.
Oh, was it 18? We still have one that we never used. Yeah, it's the most expensive thing. Our babies hated it. We just tried with Malibu and she's like, absolutely not. Give me the out of here. That's what she said. But what is their? So they're a huge company. Are they started Shark Tank or no? Am I just making that up?
I don't know.
Okay, but huge.
So this huge company, SNOO, it's Happiest Baby, the creators of the SNOO. They are under fire because they asked for a crib back that they had given to a mom who was pregnant. She was supposed to post a picture of her baby in the bassinet, and it was going to be like a courtesy for them gifting her the SNOO. And unfortunately, her baby passed, and they asked for the crib back.
And it didn't pass in the SNOO. It was stillborn.
Yeah.
So this is the most wild story. Like, could you imagine just giving birth to your baby who's not alive anymore? And a company, I don't know how long, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's 5 years later, but the company being like, actually, could you, like, I want to know what that email said. That's the craziest thing.
They were communicating with her management, but it was her sister who called this out. I am like obsessed with Indie Blue and like all the YouTube or the Utah influencers. And so Kenna Bang is her sister or like the influencer sister, but I know about the family through Indie Blue. Anyway, it's a whole rabbit hole. If you guys know, you know.
Are they on Mormon Wives?
No, but they're different. In Utah, they're Mormons. And so Kenna posted on her Instagram story on behalf of her sister, someone was asking if her sister has felt support throughout this time. And she was like, well, you know what? This is going to be my opportunity to call out Happiest Baby for them asking for this crib back from my sister. And she was highlighting that, you know, they're doing this to her at a time like this when she can't produce the content for this horrible reason.
Like, can't produce the content is wild.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. They should be sending her, like, baskets of flowers and fruits and just everything. Not being like, can we have that back?
And she was saying that at the same time, Factor, they sponsor a ton of people. They had been sending her tons of meals. They haven't stopped sending her meals. And she couldn't even finish the brand deal that they were doing. But still, they felt so bad. They're sending her meals, but they want the crib.
That is why I'm so glad you called it out. And would you know the time frame of this? Like, when did this all happen? The birth to like this?
I don't remember if she said, but
was it like this year it happened?
Well, it was at the end of last year, I believe, and then she was open about it like this week about the Happiest Baby situation.
I see. So,
but
they probably did it relatively soon. They heard about this news.
Yes,
and they're like,
it was on Instagram that they had posted that this happened. But Happiest Baby responded.
Oh, what did they say?
And they said that, you know, they weren't communicating with her directly. They were communicating with her manager.
Oh my God,
and
it's not any better.
They were like, we sent her flowers and they tried to spin it. So they said that they offered to send a carrier to come and pick up the bassinet.
What? That is a $1,500 bet. Like, take the L, whatever. Like, that cost you nothing. This is PR. Like, now it's the worst PR. And I want everyone, when you said this, that's why we're like, you know what? Now we can say it. We bought it ourselves. It's just the worst. It's the worst thing. Like, literally, we tried to do it for Malibu, and she was just like screaming, crying the whole time. It's like, if it works for you, great. But honestly, for us, it was just awful. We're just like, we didn't want to give it away to anyone. We're like, this is like not, it didn't feel safe. It didn't feel whatever. Granted, probably safe. Obviously, it gets whatever. I hate SNOO. I hate SNOO so much, and I hate that they did this. This is like crazy. $1,500. It's $1,500. Oh, we have to pay up a carrier. It's like, why don't you send her money? Like, people are doing GoFundMes whenever this stuff happens. Like, people who make no money are sending dollars to people to help them through a situation like this, and they're like, we actually want this back. Crazy.
But then they tried to say, they were like, well, we only asked for it back because why would a grieving mom want to see the bassinet there, like, empty?
Is that what they said? That was their response?
That's her choice what to do with it.
They were basically like, you know, we wouldn't want a grieving mom to like, so we're giving this option of the courier could come and get the bassinet. But it's like, just leave her be. Like, just don't even.
Crazy.
That's wild.
To also try to be like, we're trying to help her.
That's how they were spinning it, because they looked so bad, like having it aired out that they wanted the bassinet back. That it's like, this was their.
Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Leave her alone. That's.
They obviously didn't see Severance.
Oh God, yeah.
Yikes! I don't know the reference again, but I just think it's so. That's actually the craziest thing I ever heard. Yeah, no, that girl's probably going through so much as is. Just the SNOO is probably not the thing triggering her. Like, it's probably the nursery, the name, the everything.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, she might want to see it still. Like the bassinet there might be a comfort or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
And for them to just assume, like, let's just take it away, get it out of the house. Like, that might still be just like so raw for her still. She probably wants everything the same.
Yeah.
You never know how people are dealing with grief. So to want to like send some random person into her home to take this thing from her bedside, it's insane.
God, that makes me livid. When you were telling me this story, I was just like, that's... Why are more people talking about it? Because I'm on TikTok chronically. Like, I'm on TikTok all the time. And I'm just like, how have I not seen this? Like, I would have... And that response... When was that response? When did they make it? The happy baby?
Last week.
Happiest baby?
Mm-hmm. And it's like in the comments of their recent Instagram.
Is it a Mormon company too?
I don't think so.
You're into Utah culture. You love...
They're like all influencers.
Yeah, you love a swig. Did you ever try swig? Because you were the one.
No, I want to go to swig.
Swig was good.
I want to have the cookie. I want the pretzel. I want the drinks.
It's all really good. It is really, really good. Swig was like, if Trisha paid us to hear this, what she ordered, and it was really good. I got like a Dr. Pepper with like cupcake flavor. It was...
Dang.
Seems like not probably the greatest alternative. Because it's like, why can Mormons have that but not coffee? Don't they both have caffeine?
I don't know.
No, I think this is just a lot of sugar.
I don't know what coffee specifically it has to. I don't know. Is it the caffeine? Because the soda does have caffeine, right?
That's what I thought. They're like, oh, we just have the caffeine.
Most don't have caffeine. Maybe Coke has a little bit.
Maybe just not the ones
do.
that they're serving in Utah.
I think they do. Because we had this conversation before and everyone corrected you. And I think everyone's like, no, Coke definitely has caffeine.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it
Only
does.
Coke.
Because like to stay awake.
And Dr.
Only
Pepper.
Coke,
No,
but
Dr.
most
Pepper has
other
caffeine.
ones don't.
Sprite is the only one that doesn't. I know this because like pregnancy. I'm like, oh, I can have Sprite, even though it's like probably not great either. But I'm like, it doesn't have caffeine in it. But Dr. Pepper definitely does, and like all the other ones.
But there's a lot of drama in Utah. I mean, that's where like the 8-passenger stuff, a lot of the family vloggers,
You follow all of it?
Yeah.
That's the family vlogger ones are like so sad, like the 8-passenger of it all. Do you follow
That
family
one
vloggers?
was just crazy.
That one was wild, and they just like how it was like online for so long, and people were like fans of it. I was like, that's actually wild. What's the craziest family vlogger drama? Or what's the one family vloggers that you're like, they need to go?
I mean, that one was so wild to me because I had met Sloan because we were both making videos back in like 2019, 2020 about 8-passengers. We were like, there's something off with this family. Like the mom is just so insane the way she's punishing her kids. And
Before the
capture,
the release.
Yeah, because that was in 2023 that happened, that she was arrested.
And this is before.
So yeah, it's like 2019, 2020.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And Sloan had gotten a cease and desist from the family, and I had gotten a cease and desist, or a threat of a cease and desist from the photographer who went with them to get their son from the wilderness behavioral camp that they sent him to. And in their vlog, they had put like pictures of him and video of them getting him, and I like screenshotted from the video, and she was like, well, they paid me to take that video, so you can't use that video. I'll send you a cease and desist. And I'm like,
well, send it then.
I'm like, what the heck? But then Sloan and I were like, hey, like, have you, like, gotten anything from this family? And that's how, like, we started becoming friends. So we're like, this family's freaking crazy. I'm also like, this photographer that went with them to take that content is just wild.
What did he say? What was the photographer? Like, did you get to know this person more? Do you know anything about him?
No, they were just, like, in my DMs, like, don't use, like, you know, stuff from their vlogs, because that was, like, stuff that I
Did you
like,
take it out, or you're just like...
Yeah, I had to take it out, because I was like, I don't want to be sued. She was like, or you can buy them. It's like $1,000 a photo. I'm like, what?
We get that a lot, too. People are like, well, you could just buy your way out of this. I was just like, that's sus, like, whatever. And I also was like, I always think of YouTube videos. Can people use them? You probably know more than anyone. Can't you just use, like, little clips here and there?
Yes, because if there's, like, commentary and more to the video, but the YouTube, like, copyright system, it's just, like, too tough to actually, like, use other stuff. Like, it depends. Like, if you're using a clip from, like, a TV show, the TV show, like, ABC owns the clip. They might, like, strike if you use a clip.
It's kind of automatic, right?
Yeah, like, even if you haven't actually, like, done anything that's wrong, because it is in fair use if you use it and, like, commentate. But, like, some certain companies have some technology that they're using that flags, like, any use of their clip, and it's automatically, like, striked or taken down.
I had a company that was doing that, and they were paying me for a while, and then they stopped paying me, and I'm like, hopefully no one's getting striked anymore. But they were, like, striking people, and I was like, and then people I knew, and I was like, okay, like, we don't need to, like, strike everyone. Like, I was, like, thinking, like, if it was, like, a big, like, if they were using just big clips of it, or, like, you know, there used to be a channel that used to, like, re-upload my old podcast clips and, like, retitle them and stuff, and I was like, okay, that's annoying. Yeah. But, yeah, if it's, like, little clips or whatever, I'm just like, oh,
yeah, but it's, like, hard to argue if something is fair use, because, like, going to court and all that, so it's, like, expensive. It's, like, you might as well just, like, let them use it.
You just do photos on yours?
I use clips, but mostly if it's, like, on TikTok or if it's, like, a show, I try to, like, warp it a little bit. Like, if I need to use, like, a clip from the Kardashians, I'm, like, putting, like, all these filters, a voice changer on it.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying. And if anything, it's promotion. Like, when I hear you talk about stuff, I'm like, now with both of you guys, everyone talking about Severance, I'm like, I'm going to watch this show. Like, they should let you use it for free. Is Ben Stiller involved in it? Is he the director?
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
That's why, because I seen him, like, talk about it, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll watch it.
I think about it, and I'm like, I can't believe, like, this is, like, he did this. Good for him, though.
I know. I didn't know he was, like, a director like that.
Yeah, and then, like, this week, they're also doing, like, Meet the Parents 4. Like, Meet the...
Filming?
Yeah.
With Robert De Niro?
Or, like, I think they said all the original cast.
I'm gagged. Robert De Niro was in the news talking about how he watches Miss Rachel with his 1-year-old.
Aww.
He has a 1-year-old. He's, like, what, 82 years old? 82!
Wow, Miss Rachel.
Do you love her? Do you know anything about
I know Miss Rachel.
TV?
I've seen her. I know she's getting the bag right now,
She's
though.
getting the bag. She made like $17 million last month.
Songs, like, Netflix is working with her.
Yes, she has. Oh, yeah, she has like a specials out on Netflix. Robert De Niro said he prefers her over the Wiggles and Blippi. And he said that she's educational.
I heard she is educational.
She is. Actually, I think that's why our kids are so smart. They were like talking so
good.
quick. Yeah.
I saw this morning on TikTok, it was Mr. Kate, who I hadn't heard about in so long. Remember they used to like...
The designer? The one who did the room makeovers?
Yes, for all the YouTubers.
Yes.
They were interviewed, and they have a kid in there pregnant, I believe, right now.
Oh my God.
They had the baby already, but I don't know. But they said their kid has 0 screen time in his life. And they were like, no Miss Rachel? And they were like, no Miss Rachel. And all the comments were kind of like debating.
What were they saying? Who was on whose side? Who was the majority?
I don't know. I thought, because I feel like a lot of people are like anti like screen time, anti iPad kid, all this stuff. But the comments were kind of just like, kind of coming at them a bit, because they were like, being too strict with it might be detrimental in some aspects.
I heard that with people who were never allowed to watch TV and stuff like that. They feel it is a hot button issue. I mean, I think this is like the big one that everyone is like, they have their stance on it. Like, we rarely post anything about our kids because of that. But even if you see in the background, like the dancing fruit, people like dancing fruit is mindless. It doesn't educate them or whatever. I was like, honestly, she can relax with some dancing fruit at night. You know, we don't have it on all day. But people... We're all about screen time. I grew up with screen time. What about you? I watch TV all the time. Like, from, like, literally 5 years old. I learned everything from TV. I think my creativity... I think I'm, like, the most creative, imaginative person in the whole world. Like, I was always playing in my head. And I watch TV all the time. But I also played and I also imagined. Like, we have no issue getting Malibu to the park. You know what I mean? Like, she loves doing that, too. But, I mean... I love having background noise on. Miss Rachel, you know, all that stuff. Did you watch it as a kid? Were you allowed screen time?
Oh, yeah. I watched TV in the morning, but also
before school?
Yeah, like before school. Yeah. But I never had a TV in my room. But I did watch TV. I felt like it's also just like it was like a cultural thing, like things to talk about still. Like I'm still talking about the shows that I watched when I was younger and the memories. And I don't know, I'm like going to Disney World would have been different if I wasn't watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or I wasn't watching Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast. Like all these like magical moments from childhood do come from the content that I was consuming. But that was also kind of their like thing about not doing screen time was they were saying your imagination is like filled with the content that you're watching, and his imagination is just like solely his thoughts and ideas. So like if he's watching like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, his like ideas will be like all about Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and not whatever he's like truly wanting to think. It was so interesting, but so many people in the comments were talking about, well, my daughter learned XYZ from Miss Rachel. It's not all bad.
Yeah, I know Mal was like a genius for Miss Rachel, I'm pretty sure. But I guess where does they're like his imagination is just his own thoughts, but where do those thoughts come from?
Yeah.
Like I'm just so curious.
I guess it's from them.
Decorating rooms, giving room makeovers to YouTubers. That's his dreams. I mean, maybe. Look, I love Mr. Kate, no shade. And if that like works, that's amazing. But she does get so excited whenever there's like a Mickey Mouse or an Elsa. Oh my gosh, she like it's like the biggest celebrity, and she talks about it we went in October, and she still talks about it. She's like, I just want to go see Mickey, I want to see Minnie, I want to give them a hug. It was like the best. Like it actually made me cry seeing her meet all the princesses. She just like
but she wasn't scared.
No,
I was a scaredy kid. I was
Were
like,
you scared?
Yeah.
Really?
Like my dad would be holding me and I'm like boohoo tears, like don't even. But I had like major like stranger danger. I was like my mom and dad only.
Really? Why do you think they instilled it on you?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm an only child too. So like I didn't have like siblings, so that I just only like really have my parents. Maybe
and you're
that
close
was
with them because
it.
you talk about them a lot. Do you ever ask them, did they ever say why? I'm so curious because I'm on a TikTok where it's like one and done, where there's so many people choosing to have one kid. Did they ever say why?
They just couldn't.
They
tried and they just couldn't. So just me.
Oh, I mean, there is something to say about that. Like for sure with Malibu, I feel like I would have been content with one. But then you do think like, oh, they should
we would have
a
been,
friend.
but we felt for her.
Yeah,
she wanted
for
more
sure.
company and more.
So because we're older, and I was like, wait, what if we're gone? Like, what is she gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, you think about that stuff, but then you have to, because people do like to judge too. People who only have like one kid, but then you like say stuff about your parents, whereas like, well, they tried, and then they're like, oh shit. I see that on TikTok with the one and done. They're like, that's so selfish, like whatever, and then they're like, but it's also not.
I
Then
mean,
you have to give
you
them
find
attention.
community. Like I have like the best friends around me and stuff. So it's like,
yeah, you just like never felt the longing to have a sibling or something.
Not really.
Yeah, you get all the attention. Because that was hard too with when Elvis came along, is like giving attention to another baby, because we're just like, we don't want Malibu to feel left out because she was getting all the attention, and it is kind of sad to like have to split it, you know. That's why when people have like 5 kids, 6 kids, I'm like, how are you? No judgment, but also just like, wow, how are you doing that?
Well, I mean, like the Duggars have been super open about that, where they were just like, I don't know why our parents had so many kids. I mean, they know, but they were just like, there was we were raising each other.
How old are they now? They're all adults?
No, they definitely still have kids in school.
And so older ones are being like, they didn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you just can't. I don't care if you have, what do they have, 19 kids? Mm-hmm. If you have 19 kids, they would have
had more. They would have had more.
What's the reasoning? What are they saying behind it? Why do they do that?
It's like a gift from God.
Usually
like,
religious people.
Yeah. They just said it was like a gift from God and that he would tell them when they were done.
I believe that, but also tubes out. You know what I mean? Like get those two. Like, you know what I mean? The gifts, the store is closed. You know what I mean? He gave me enough gifts. Time to wrap it up. You know, it's like crazy. There are reasons. God gave us birth control. God gave us tubes tying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do believe that too. And
like also the vasectomy, Ari from The Bachelor, he got a vasectomy and then he just got it reversed and they're having another baby.
Oh. Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. They had a daughter and then they had twins. Then he had the vasectomy and then he got it reversed and now she's pregnant.
Oh, because he wanted kids. Oh my God, see, that
they wanted
scares
more
me.
kids.
I kind of think that because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get my tubes tied because I'm like, God. And it's really because I would also have 10 kids probably. No, I'd want like 4 sounds nice too, but then I just think like, oh, I just don't know, like to give them all attention and take them classes and, you know, I don't know. It doesn't seem like I could have that enough attention. Even with 3, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be like a lot. How am I gonna like cater to all of them? So I like the idea, but then I think like, I don't know. But then like my doctor said like it's not reversible. Like if I get my tubes out, he's like, that's it. And I was like, well, that sounds scary too.
I know, it's like more permanent for us.
Yeah.
The men, they always have it easier.
I know. I think that too. I'm like, I don't know. Interesting. How old is Ari? He's older.
Yeah, he is older.
And he's like, I just want more babies.
Yeah, I guess they just decided like they wanted another one. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. I like them.
You do? I don't know. Do you watch The Bachelor? I never watched The Bachelor.
I watched that season of The Bachelor, and at the time I was like, this guy is terrible just because he got engaged to somebody else, and then he was like, I changed my mind. I want to get with the runner-up.
Stop it.
Yeah.
What? Ew, and now you like him? I hate that guy. I don't even know him, but I hate it.
Yeah, it was very bad, but I guess it was just like the producers were leading him in one way, and definitely how he did everything was so effed up. But the way that he ended up with Lauren and the fact that they're still together, like they really were meant to be.
The one he has the babies with.
Yeah, she was the runner-up that he changed his mind for. Yeah, it went down and it was so bad. He was very much canceled. Everybody hated them. They were like, it's not going to last, but
they're making it last.
They proved it. They did.
For your whole life, you're the runner-up. Like, girl, you were runner-up.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, he's saying like he had the better connection with her, but the way that, I mean, the show did her dirty too because she had no personality, no connection whatsoever.
They just made her look like a dud.
She was saying, and he was saying, they just never showed their real moments.
I get that.
They really were leaning him in this other direction. And I guess you have no phone, no friends. It's just the producers.
Yeah.
They're like, this girl.
I wonder why. Like, why that girl? Why were they pushing her into the other girl?
I think because she was probably giving more, like, on camera.
Did you ever have an inkling to do The Bachelor or anything like that when you were like, I mean, you're young, but like, isn't it crazy
I think it would be interesting, but
you never, did you have an audition? You seem like a Bachelor girl. I think you would be a girl to go on there.
I've had friends that have wanted to go on.
And you never knew anyone personally that went on?
No.
Oh my God, I would love to see.
Someone from TMZ was on.
Really?
Yes. It was Will's he was on, oh my gosh, I don't remember which season he was on. But he worked at TMZ and then he got cast from.
Did he go far?
He went to Paradise after, so like he went far enough for them to want him to go on the spinoff.
Yeah, that is wild. I guess I'd want to go on to be on Dancing with the Stars. They had 2 bachelors last year. They had Joey and Jen in the same one. Wait, what?
I see you on Dancing with the Stars.
I would love. Did you do a prediction? Were you one of the predictions? There was people who did predictions, and I'm like,
yeah,
thank you for that.
It was like on my 2025 predictions that you were going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
Your predictions were good. I did like I do like when people predict things for me. I hope we'll see. That would be the dream. I love it. I just feel like they're on like season 30. They've had the most random Harry Jowsey. I was like, really? If Harry
people are
Jowsey
invested in it, I feel like there was a period of time where it was like people went on because they had nothing else to do, but now people are going on and it's getting talked about. Like JoJo, I feel like when she went on Dancing with the Stars, it was the first time everyone was seeing her in this like adult way. She had her hair down.
Yeah.
The way that she was dancing, it wasn't like JoJo with the bows.
Right.
And then Charlie went on, and Harry, like it's a conversation now.
That's true, but Harry was just gross on the show. He was like trying
I was surprised that they had him on.
Hated it. And then he like played with, was Riley his partner? Like it was that whole I didn't like that at all.
I mean, he's just got a bad reputation in general, but...
And then they always are trying to couple people up. Look, love Dancing with the Stars. But who's the one? Glenn? What's his name? They always are trying to put him with somebody. That's why if I go on, Ezra only.
I didn't even realize, but Dancing with the Stars, all their dancers are like in that Utah Mormon community. They are all from like the same dance studio in Utah.
Wait,
that's why they all know each other.
You are so into Utah world. I love it so much.
I think that's how Ezra knows Riley.
Is Ezra Mormon?
I don't know if he's Mormon, but they're from that dance group in Utah, I think. Yeah.
What are they doing in Utah? Bring out all these dancers. That's so crazy. They have a good Benihana in Utah. I know there. I went there.
A Benihana there?
It's so good. It was right next door to our hotel. I never go out after the show, and there was one right next door. I forgot the name of the hotel, but the Benihana was right next door, and it was so good. It was like really tiny. Nobody was there, and it was amazing. It was really good. I guess when I go to Utah to dance, I'll go there.
I need to go to the Swig. I need to go.
There's one in Vegas.
Is there? Is it new?
Mm-hmm. I see it on TikTok. It's closer.
All right. I'm going to go there next.
You're a traveler. You seem to be traveling all over.
Yeah. Here and there.
Was there JoJo news? Did you have JoJo?
I literally just was looking at
Okay, what's the JoJo news?
JoJo is going on tour. Everyone's going on tour.
Everyone, are you going on tour? You should. Everyone is on tour right now. But
it's the new thing.
Is she singing?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's like 9 different places that she's going, and she's gonna be performing
her new songs. Karma's.
I would assumed she would have new songs. She said she was making this big announcement. She's waited like all these years to make this announcement. And on Saturday was when she was going to announce it. And then she's like, I'm going on tour. I thought it was going to be a new album.
Yeah, that makes more sense because it's been a while since her last music dropped. And usually you go on tour when the new music drops.
So I feel like she put out the EP last year. Then she did a couple festivals.
Right.
So now I guess she's going on tours. It's like...
Did you see her once? Mm-hmm. Was it at her party or something you were at?
No, but some people did think that I went to her party. So
it wasn't there.
No, she had an event in West Hollywood. And Sloan lives like right by all the bars. So we were like, oh, let's just go. And yeah, she showed up, she played the Karma music video, and then she was like, you guys, I'm going next door to the next bar. And like all the drinks were free that night. So we were like, okay, let's go.
Oh my
and I'm
gosh.
like filming it. And then she left for her party.
Oh, okay, so that's why people thought you were there that night.
Yeah.
Did you talk to her?
No.
What do you think about JoJo?
I feel like she's kind of like on the Matt and Abby where she says stuff that's controversial because she knows it'll get the clicks and things. Yeah. I wish she would go more in a like Miley route where she, I don't know, it just feels like sometimes a little inauthentic.
Yes.
She's like too much of the character. And I do think that JoJo needs to put out a song that is just her raw and real. No glitter, nothing, no crazy costumes, just like her in a stool and like a white wall or whatnot, singing a really good song where someone is like, you know what? She is really good.
Yes.
And then she can do whatever she wants. She could do the crazy costumes, whatever. But I think she just needs to prove that like one moment where everyone's like, whoa.
I agree.
Then people will like her.
Yeah, she should be in like a slip dress, barefoot, like I said, black and white. I see it. But then also she's such a good dancer. She should do like some contemporary dancing to also like cut in there.
I liked her on Dancing with the Stars. She was so good.
And her personality came through more. She is sweet. Like I've only known her. I only met her a couple times when she was a child. And I was like, oh, she's like so sweet and so professional. So I feel like she's there, you know? But yeah.
It's like these things though that's like, you know, she's friends with Colleen. And then there's times where, you know, she says stuff about dance moms where she's defending Abby. And it's like, JoJo, that is like not it. That's not it.
But in those moments, I really don't think she's rage baiting either. I really think she's just like,
she means those things.
Yeah, like she's kind of brainwashed to be like, well, I didn't have that experience. Abby wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Abby wasn't abusive. And I'm like, but anyone who watches the show, someone screaming at kids, fake or not, like is abusive. Like that's just abuse. And it's like crazy to me because she talks about having kids. And I'm like, that's crazy to me that you wouldn't think someone screaming at your child and like calling them names and making them cry isn't abuse. Like that's not making them a good
The way
teacher.
that she's defending that behavior is just not, it's like, that was my experience. Or like, I've experienced worse, so she's actually not that bad.
Yeah.
That's just not it.
No, and I love her. I actually do love her. She has banned me from her podcast. Me, who is it? Candace Cameron and Candace Owens. And me. Us three are banned from ever being on her podcast. And I like her and I root for her. And it's like, yes, and obviously the Colleen, but I don't even like hold that against her because she was 13
she's
when
young.
she knew
I feel
her.
like she just maybe doesn't understand.
No. Because when she was calling everyone liars and she's like, I've known her since I was 13. And I'm like, this is the problem.
It's nothing like that's happened to me. It's like, okay, and like that doesn't mean anything.
No, it was crazy. That was crazy. But I do root for her. I like her. And like you said, in Dancing with the Stars, it brings out like the realness in people. So I did like her on there. And I did love the same. This is the only time there was a same-sex couple, right? They never had like a guy and guy.
Yeah, it was her and Jenna.
I'm surprised they never did that like with like a guy that's been on the show. Because I think that's like so cool. If you have two men, because then you're like so like strong. JoJo was strong, which was like very impressive.
She was lifting Jenna. She was doing those lifts.
That is cool. That is cool to see. I do love seeing that too.
I know, but the tour will be interesting, I suppose.
Where's she playing?
It said intimate venues.
Oh, she's doing like a little. Britney Spears did that too, where they go around to like the clubs.
Yeah.
And just kind of do little songs. I wonder who will be an opener. And
I want to see like the next era of JoJo. Like past Karma.
Same.
What's next?
It was cute and it got attention and it was like a cute era and the songs were good. But I agree. She needs to do like a
because that was like a memorable time. But then I think people are like, what's the journey going to be like? But she's still so young.
Yeah, I'm excited for her because I do think she'll have like a good growth period. I think she's going to show everybody. And I like her, so I'm going on record saying I rooted for her the whole time. And I still am rooting for her. She's young.
Maybe she'll go for the Britney role.
I'm gassed by this. So someone's been casted in the biopic you said for Britney Spears.
No.
Oh,
so
someone hasn't.
There's been so many rumors about who is going to play Britney. And everyone thinks Millie Bobby Brown is trying to go for the role.
She does look like it with the Y2K fashion happening.
Yeah, she's been trying to have all of these like moments. And then they think Addison is going for the role.
That's my pick.
I've been hearing Sabrina. And then over the weekend I heard Ariana Grande. I was like, what?
No, I think Ariana's
There's
done.
no way.
Yeah.
I'm also like, they're like Ariana in Wicked, yes. Ariana playing another pop star is like, I can't make the connection.
Yeah, I could see everyone saying that. So I was like, yes, she looks like her, so that makes sense.
But Britney, that's no.
Also, like too close. Like they're just in the same kind of genre generation.
Yeah. So, you know, everyone's been hearing all these rumors of who the heck is gonna play her. And so John M. Chu, who's doing the movie, he was like, no, none of this is actually true. He had tweeted, none of this is true. Sounds exciting, but have not had one conversation about casting this movie yet. We are way too early in development. Sorry.
Early? I feel like this has been going on for 2 years. I feel like this has been going on so long.
But I think he just got on board. So I feel like there's been rumors of this happening. And then last year, I think it became official.
Right. But that seems like enough time to start casting.
I don't know. But the tweet that he responded to was talking about Ariana, Sabrina, Millie Bobby Brown were battling for the role.
And he said none of that's true.
Mm-hmm. He said,
do you think John M. Chu is on Twitter responding to people?
I don't know. Maybe. He's seen like so much stuff about it that he's like, let me just say something.
I want to tweet him. I can't believe like someone like him would be on Twitter.
I don't know.
He's supposed to be doing Joseph and they made Technicolor Dreamcoat, the remake too. So maybe because he said like, who would you want to see? This was like 2022. He's like, who would you want to see in the Joseph? And I just saw it. So I just like responded, but I'm like, he hasn't seen it. So I was like, I don't think he's on it. I feel like he's not like himself. That's crazy. That's like Steven Spielberg, like looking at a tweet.
I know.
Like, let me
but
watch
maybe
this.
it's just like here and there, or like someone sent it to him and they're like, is this true? And then he's like, you know what? Let me just put this to
I
bed.
think someone's doing it for him. There's just no way. He has 5 kids. He's
maybe.
like,
I don't know. He put the emoji.
oh, I kind of love it. He seems like a slay.
Sorry.
I love it. I also love that he's like straight and directed Wicked. So random.
Right?
I mean, we just were at the LA premiere and they're like, oh, he just had like a baby and like, you know, obviously
know.
anyone can have a baby. But then I was like, oh, he's married and had like 5 babies like to a woman. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Straight man directing musicals is wild, but here he is doing
But
In
he
the
killed
Heights.
it.
He did kill it. It's so good. Oh my God. Wicked.
But everyone's saying that they want like a fresh face to play Britney.
I think so too. I think like Millie Bobby Brown would be good because she's not a singer, but having like a singer like Sabrina Carpenter, you just see Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be really good because people will obviously go see it because Britney.
Yeah.
The name itself, I feel like you don't need anybody else. Or it might like conflict with people's like opinions and it just becomes all about, can this person live up to Britney?
That, because then I love Addison Rae, but then, you know, people would be like, oh my God, she's not Britney. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
J-Lo as Selena is like a good example. Like when she did that role, breakout. Like it was so good. And I think, didn't John M. Chu say that he wanted like unknowns for Wicked originally?
I don't know. I think maybe, I know because he was really hesitant about Ariana at first.
Yeah. And he was like, thought this was going to be like a star making roles for people. But then obviously they came in and he was like, that makes sense. Did you see Amanda Seyfried?
Yes.
Talk about auditioning with Cynthia Erivo.
I know. She said that she was singing with her, and I was like, oh, God.
Gagged what Cynthia Erivo said. It was an interview where she was like, thank God it was Ariana, not those other 2 girls I auditioned with.
That would have just ruined me because she wasn't even mean in that interview. She was saying, like, my kids and I listened to the songs from the Wicked soundtrack.
Yeah.
And everyone, they were like, I'm so happy the movie wasn't ruined for you because of that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even imagine, like, losing that role and being so close. And then it's someone else's voice with Cynthia, and you're like, right.
Yeah.
Right.
But she was so grateful. Amanda Seyfried's like, but I got to sing with Cynthia in an audition. And I was like,
I know, she was so nice. And then...
Cynthia probably didn't think she was, you know, that happens. You probably don't think you're like outing anybody because like, okay, no one's going to know. I wonder who the other one was because she had 2 actresses she auditioned with. So maybe Dove Cameron.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking.
And probably she was thinking, I'm complimenting Ariana right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying anything
I
about
think
that.
so.
Like she was,
Oh,
Yeah,
yikes.
like, thank God it was you and not those other 2.
she should have not said the other 2. That's so specific.
Yeah.
Thank God it was you.
Right,
That's
right. Amanda
Oh my
Seyfried
gosh.
would have been interesting because she had talked about how she was doing Mamma Mia too, and that pushed like Wicked back. So she's like, oh, there's like a chance for me. God, it would suck. It would suck to be that close. Like there's just no other way. Like Dove Cameron, like all of them. I'm just like, I couldn't watch the movie. I couldn't even like see the posters, watch the movie.
It's crazy to think about like iconic roles and actors and actresses who could have been in those movies. Because even Lucy Hale was talking about recently that she auditioned for Hannah Montana.
Oh, yeah. And then, like, people are like, wait, I haven't even seen it with, like, her.
What? And then Kate Hudson said she auditioned for Devil Wears Prada.
Kate Hudson. Was she not in that movie? Wait, Kate Hudson?
It was Anne Hathaway in the movie with...
Oh, Meryl Streep.
Yes, and I'm thinking of the role of Emily.
Emily Blunt.
Yes.
I never liked the movie. Did you like it? I watched it once. I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, I liked it, but I haven't seen it in a while.
Kate Hudson and Hathaway are kind of interchangeable to me. Were they in a movie together? Like,
yes.
With the bride one?
Yes, the bride one.
I get them mixed up, and I don't know why, because they don't look like each other, but I feel like they could be
in
each other's
same
roles.
era where, like, they were doing everything.
Movie. Like, 10 Things, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and then Anne Hathaway was in all those. I never got into those kind of comedies, but I know. I think
those
millennial.
Are all my favorites.
Really? Like, if those are your favorite movie genre? Is like
like
comedies.
all those movies, like the rom-coms of that time, like He's Just Not That Into You, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
He's Not That Into You is wild. I don't know anyone who like loves that movie. That one didn't do well.
It's just like those movies are always on the airplane. When you're on a plane and you're scrolling through, those are the ones that are always on there.
He's Just Not Into You was like crazy because it kind of flopped, I think. I was on my very first TV appearance. I was 18 and it was on the show, The Greg Behrendt Show, and Greg Behrendt wrote the book He's Just Not Into You. So I remember when the movie came out, I was like, oh, this is going to be huge because he was on Oprah and whatever. And I remember it like flopped. And I was like, how did this flop? Because it had all the big stars, right? It was like Jennifer Aniston.
I love when they were doing those movies where there's like 10 big stars all together.
You like those? Like the Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day so... Taylor Swift is in it.
Oh, awful. That was
it.
awful. We tried to watch like literally 10 minutes of it. I'm like, this is so
Valentine's
bad.
Day?
I think
so bad.
I think
watch
it depends
every
what age.
Valentine's Day.
I think it depends what age you watch.
How
it.
old
Yeah,
were
like
you?
it's silly. So I just like have it on. I like the music in the movie.
The nostalgia of
Yeah.
it.
But like, do I think it's like amazing? No. But like
you
it's
love it.
cute. Yeah.
That is so funny. Wasn't Zac Efron in one too? He was in like New Year's Eve
He
or
was in
something.
New Year's Day or New Year's Eve.
That one
Leah
was
Michelle
awful.
was in that one.
Who was?
Leah Michelle, she's in that one.
Oh, that's right.
She's like stuck in the elevator, I think, in that one.
Awful. Yeah, nothing was happening in any of those movies. I just was like, Zac Efron's been on my timeline too. Have you seen all the NIKKI Blonsky stuff?
Yes.
The hairspray,
They were
the
like,
cameos.
where was the PR training?
It was so bad. And then I hate, right now I'm on TikTok where it's like Zac Efron and her doing interviews for Hairspray and him like trying to be like he's into her, this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the one interviewer is like, oh, so you like big girls? Like, yeah, I like big girls. What? Did you see this one? I commented.
He said that?
I like big girls.
Yeah. Oh, is that what I said?
Yeah,
he does.
it's like because they're larger than life and they're comfortable in their skin. So I'm
Well,
all
rock
like,
on. It's true. It's
That's
true.
sweet.
I always say it's so funny. But one of the main reasons I can relate to Link is because, I'm not all about these, like, super, super skinny, perfect girls. That's so Hollywood. That's not what girls are about. It's self-confidence. It's sense of humor. It's fun. It's what you do. It's how comfortable you are.
That's how you shake your stuff.
And that's,
Yes. And that is
Nikki's
what you
got,
do
Nikki's
with the
got some
service.
stuff to shake.
Yeah. And I shook it all for him, didn't I?
Oh, and she's sitting right next to him, and he's like, yeah, I like them big girls. Wait, this one is so crazy. And he's just like, they're just so confident in their skin. He's like, and more to shake around.
You're kidding.
No, I had never seen this. I reposted. I commented. I was like, this is cringe. Like it's like a minute and a half of him just trying to like convince the world he's into big girls. Meanwhile, this is 2007 when he's like dating Vanessa Hudgens, and I was like, I just hate the fakeness. Like a lot of people do like big girls. Oh, and he said it was in Tiger Beat. He's like, I like my girls like I like my peanut butter chunky.
No.
Like, what? They were like trying to spin this thing that he was like really into like big girls, and then Nikki Blonsky's like, and then he's like, yeah, that kiss wasn't fake, and she goes, no, it wasn't. Like it's just so awkward and so cringe considering Zac Efron's only dated like thin, beautiful models, and I was like, why do they spin this narrative? It was,
oh my gosh,
it made me want to scream. I love Zac Efron, but that one I was like, this is wild.
I only saw the one where she was saying, she was asked, do you think that Zac and Vanessa are gonna last? And she was like, no.
Nikki Blonsky?
Yeah.
Where was that?
Was one of the interviews at the time. She's like, she was straight up, she's like, no.
I know, and I saw another one where he had like relapsed on alcohol, and she was like, I called him up right away. I was like, girl, why are you commenting on his like relapse? Like this is so weird.
Went. I mean, at the time though, interviewers could ask like the most insane questions. Like if the Blake and Justin stuff were to come up, like back then, they would have been like, Blake at SNL, they would have been like, so how's it going with Justin?
Right.
How is it on set? Like there was nothing off limits.
I love your Blake and Justin coverage. I love it because like I really try to like keep up on it, but like is there any new updates with them?
There's been it's like every day is something new with them.
And how are you getting the Blake and Justin news? Because I get mine on X and I think it's a little like jilted like one way or the other. Like I never get like the full story. Where are you getting yours?
Well, so it's mostly like I see things online about like the new updates of amended lawsuit or, you know, wanting it to get dismissed, all this stuff. And then I go and like read the documents.
So what happened? The latest was Blake wanting to get it dismissed, right?
Yes, after last week, Ryan wanted to get it dismissed as well.
Because he thought it was just like, he's like, okay, you can't just do it because I wasn't nice to you or something.
Yeah. The whole thing is just such a mess. Like,
crazy.
It's wild too because a video that I post from like December will suddenly be in someone's like timeline and they'll be like, this is so wrong, da da da. I'm like, okay, but like that was like December. And it's like me being like 100 on Blake's side because Justin's side hadn't come out yet. It was just her complaint, the New York Times.
The Christmas Eve one was crazy. I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
When it came out, I mean, every document is like hundreds and hundreds of pages. I'm like reading it.
Are you reading it?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because a lot of the time in the articles, it's like summarized or they're picking like the craziest parts to put in, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just can't like stand on 2 feet and confidently talk about it unless I'm reading it straight from what they're talking about in court. It's just, I can't talk about it unless I'm like 100%.
So what is the like latest? Was there anything like yesterday that happened? Or I guess it's Sunday yesterday, but like.
I mean, just like it's just this weekend about the dismissing.
And whose side do you lean more towards? Or are you like kind of neutral? Because at this point, I'm kind of like, I kind of over everybody.
At this point, I'm really in the middle because I feel like there's a lot of bad guy on both sides.
Yes.
I know a lot of people are leaning like Justin's side and that people don't like Blake. But I think it's one of those things where like two things can be true at the same time where she could be one way and like really unlikable and not doing herself any favors.
Yeah.
But that, you know, she could have seen some of the things that were happening on set as negative or, you know, things happened to her. I just feel like it's just like, it's so insane. Everything is so insane. Like, I've had this theory, right, where she got these text messages from his PR person. Mm-hmm. And I could see it as she was not having this time on set. It was this terrible experience for her. And she could have been cordial with him, take over the movie, which I don't agree with, and whatnot. Because she's talked about it in interviews that she wants to be more than just the actress. I could see it where she saw these text messages of his team. And I think that the PR person was like, look at what they're saying about you. They've done all this stuff to make you look bad in the press.
Yep.
She's looking at these messages and she's like, yeah, you're right. Like, let me do something with this, right? But then she's also looking at it and probably thinking, like, he's not a good person. Like, you know.
Seeing it.
And then she's, like, thinking about what happened on set. Like, this moment right here. This moment right here. Mm-hmm. These things that I didn't like, I wasn't comfortable with. Like, now I'm seeing him, like, talk about me. Even if it, like, in context, it's not as bad as it looks or, you know, it's not what it seems. Mm-hmm. Because even his team is saying the full context wasn't there. But whatever she saw in the beginning, I think that's how she went about the rest of this, thinking about him and his character.
Yeah, it changes your perception of like what happened on the site. Like, oh, actually, maybe that was like malice. Maybe he was being like, maybe he was being perverted. You know, whatever. You start thinking things a different way.
And I think, you know, he's looking at it as she tried to take over the movie and all of this. And I think these two things can be true at the same time. Where she did these things that weren't good. And he did these things that she's saying are not good. And this might be why because everyone's like, you know, why did she wait until after the movie to file this and, you know, talk about the experiences? And maybe it's because she needed to see this and like really see his character.
Right, that he was trying to like take her down. I also heard rumors that someone said that she set up the hate train on herself to like kind of, you know, make this a thing and, you know, come for him.
I feel like there's a lot of things that she could take accountability for and everyone would have been like forgiving her. Yeah. Maybe just about how they promoted the film. If she had owned that was in poor taste. I also shouldn't have promoted my hair care line at the same time as this movie. We shouldn't have been all the happy florals about this thing.
That's crazy.
We should have taken it seriously. Or even at the time, if she had just said, hey guys, this is what the studio wants us to be doing. I'm sorry that this hurt a lot of people. This hurt victims of abuse. And I think if she had just owned it at the time, it would be different than people reading in the lawsuits of this. So this is the Sony document where it says what we had to say. Because then everyone's like, well, Justin didn't follow that.
Right.
Why did you have to follow it? You're a big star. Why? So
you should be a crisis manager. You're good at that. Like, Justin, you know what? And that's the thing we always say. Just apologize. I was talking about this yesterday on Not Love Lines. Like, sometimes just apologize even if you're not in the wrong. Just be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I hear y'all. I was being a little crazy. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes you don't see it. But if everyone's telling you, and then people would look at her, like, so differently. But
I think even now, if she were to come out and just say, I really messed up with how I promoted the movie. And there's been times where I really did not come across right. But I am an actress. I want to be more than just an actress. Maybe explain why she's not directing movies or why her and Ryan aren't directing movies together.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because I'm like, okay, you want to do all these things, but you guys aren't making movies. Like,
yeah, and you can. Like, you guys have, like, the power in Hollywood.
Power, connections, the money. I'm not understanding. But I'm just like, if she would just came out and owned it, I think that would save her so much. But because she's not, she's in defense mode. They're going to SNL. They're making jokes about it. I'm like, that's not the way. Everyone's going to look at you and be like, you're making a joke out of this. This is your reputation is on the line.
That's what I never understood. The SNL thing that pissed me off a little bit too, because I think her allegations are like way more serious, like sexual harassment and stuff. And the stuff that she said, it sounds like that is like a serious thing. And I'm like, damn, that made me like look at Justin Baldoni like sideways for sure. His stuff is a little bit more, okay, Nice Pool was based on him. Like, I don't know. It's like not that serious, but hers are so serious. So it's like, you shouldn't be the one making the jokes about it. If anything, I'd be like, why are people not taking this seriously? Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds is like, what's happening?
I know when they made that joke on SNL, I was like, oh, I just don't love that because you are talking about something that's really so serious and something that's happened to your wife. And to make a joke about it, it's just not like you're trying to say that you're in emotional distress over the situation and then you're laughing about it.
Yeah. Because then it's like, and then people are like, well, if Justin can be on vacation and stuff, but it's also like, yeah, but his allegations aren't as serious as her, in like my opinion. Like it's crazy. Like the footage and stuff is crazy and she seems a little like cuckoo or whatever, but hers are so much serious. And if those are true, that's like, okay, yeah, he's a piece of shit, but it's also like, I don't know. It is so much to follow. I'm like with you though. I like follow everything I try to see because I'm like, this is like crazy. If it does go to court, which is supposed to be 2026, it's supposed to go to trial.
Next March.
Crazy. That's gonna be like so, and also just like sad. Like it's just like sad to see it all play out because it becomes a circus. It becomes like entertainment. It's like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard. Were you doing drama videos during that time?
I did too, I think, but it was so dark that it was like really hard to talk about it. It was like I just don't feel right. It's hard to get all the details out.
All the details. There's so much like shadiness, and also like you said, both things can be true. Like both parties could be people.
Yeah.
And I think there was like abuse going on both sides. So for people to just totally rally behind Johnny Depp, I'm like, okay, that's a little unfair. He also seemed to be a little problematic in that relationship. But yeah, and no matter what, this is what's happening all over again because there's always going to be Team Blake, there's always going to be Team Justin without even like considering the facts of it all, and it's never going to fully come out anyways. Like but where are like the intimacy coordinators? I was like, where are those people? Colleen Hoover just vanished. She's like, I'm deleting Instagram. She's back, I guess now. Doing
I know
movie.
She's making her weird little like ice coffee, like ice tray videos.
Wait, what? On Instagram? On your reels?
She posted a video where she was like, I'm a genius, you guys. And she had like poured her coffee into ice trays and made coffee ice cubes so that when the ice melts, it's still coffee. But everyone was like, something is off with her. Like she's posting weird stuff.
She is weird. That's weird. That's weird, girl. I don't know. She's odd.
I think she just wants the whole thing like done. But I mean, she got her bag. That movie was a success because of all the drama that was going. I went to go see the movie because of everyone talking about it. I was like, I did not read the book, but I was like, okay, everyone's talking about this movie, and I'm like, what is it about? Because the way they were promoting it, rom-com.
Right.
I'm like, sign me up.
I know. Well, that's why I wanted to watch it too, because it's like rom-com, but then he was like so serious about it. I'm like, what is this movie? You want to know?
Yeah, so then like let me just go see this thing for myself.
And what'd you think?
I mean, I saw what the movie could have been. I think it could have been so good. But then there were like cheesy aspects to it. And now I'm like, I know things from the book, and a lot of the fans didn't feel like a lot of the details were there in the movie. Things were changed. A lot of people were upset because they feel like that was Blake's input, and
people like hated the fashion. I love how people just start hating on everything.
No, her outfits were so bad.
They were terrible.
So bad. That was not it. They were not flattering her at all whatsoever.
That's so funny. I didn't think they were terrible. People really came for her for that. I was like, I don't know.
I think it just, when it comes to a book, and a book that has such hardcore fans, they're obviously imagining someone in their mind. And that they were like, that is not my Lily Bloom. She was not wearing that in my mind.
I get that. Yeah, she's wearing like Louboutins, and she's like
But it was kind of weird. Like at times she's like wearing like pantyhose and like the fishnets all the way
up. Was that at the book?
And her hair was like crimped. I'm like, Blake, what? Like, what is going on? It's like hair tousled and messy. I'm like,
I heard she was like 4 months postpartum, so she felt self-conscious, so she like layered herself up.
Yeah, I did hear that too.
So I was like, okay.
But I was like, some of the outfits though were just not, they didn't go with the character, I felt.
She made her own creative choices. Well, you know, in the Wicked books, there's a lot of bestiality in them.
Oh.
And they didn't show that in Wicked. So they're always, people are like, if you're going to stay true to the book, we want to see that in the next Wicked movie. Which is like wild, but I guess people are fans of the book. That would be wild. See, I thought Colleen Hoover should write her own version of Wicked, because anyone can. They basically took it from like, I don't really know the history, but it's like some literature, and you can like adapt it. So when they did the musical, they like adapted. Are you a Wicked fan?
Yes.
Like the musical too?
I just remember like my friend in high school freshman year introduced me to the songs.
Oh really?
Then, yeah, like Popular. She was always listening to it, and then I learned Ariana was such a big fan, and then I remember when she did her version of Popular
with Mika. What was his name?
I don't know.
Is that one?
But yeah.
I liked. Were you an Ariana fan?
Yeah, she was from Boca, like kind of where I grew up.
Where are you from?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I don't go to Florida. Florida seems cursed.
It's fine.
Alligators?
Yeah, everyone knows about the alligators.
Orlando
was only Disney World, okay? That's the only thing.
Seems I don't know.
It's just theme park city. It's just every field trip for school was Orlando, but it's Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and then Miami.
Fort Lauderdale, Anna Nicole died there, didn't she? At the Hollywood, at the Hard Rock, I think, in Hollywood.
Oh, that's dark.
I stayed there that same year. Fort Lauderdale, I think Burt Reynolds is from Jupiter, Florida.
A lot of people are from Florida.
Oof.
But yeah, Ariana, she lived in Boca.
Are you the same age?
Her family's still there. No.
She's older.
Yeah, I think she's older. But
I just feel, I had a show in Atlanta, and it was sold out, and everyone was coming up from Florida. Like, well, since you didn't come to Florida, we had to drive up to Atlanta. And I was like, well, thank you. I'm like, yeah, Florida's rough. I don't know. Every time I go there, I feel like I'm like slowly dying a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Maybe the air.
It's humid.
Yeah. I was like gasping for air.
I don't like the humidity.
Epcot, I was like, I literally thought like, oh my God, this is where I'm going to just pass out and die.
I want to go back. I need to go back because I haven't been to Disney World since I moved here. So it's been since like 2016.
Disney World's low-key a bop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I thought I was going to die at like the Epcot Center, but I would go back.
I wish ours was as big and expanded. Like, I wish we had Animal Kingdom. I wish we had Epcot, all the rides, and they're freaking expanding it more. And we're getting like an expanded Marvel, and they're getting all these worlds.
We're getting more Marvel?
I think they're doing like Monsters Inc., like a world.
And what do we get? Unfair. What's Marvel are we getting?
They said they're going to make it like 2 times the size.
We don't need more Marvel.
We are getting Avatar. We're getting Avatar.
Like the one in Florida?
I don't know if it's going to be like a world, but I know we're getting the ride at least.
I love the Avatar ride. I do love that.
I haven't been on it. I want to go on so bad. Yeah, they put it in after I moved.
Wait, really? Because I went in like 2018. You moved. When did you move out
2016.
That was a good one. I love the Frozen one at Epcot. Like I love the Frozen ride where you like go backwards.
I don't think I've been on that one. I haven't been so long.
The Figment, was it the Figment popcorn buckets that were there?
Yeah.
Little Purple Dragon. No, I know ours is just not as good. We need an expansion over here though, for sure.
We need a little update.
The little Spider-Mans and stuff, I hate all that. I hate like superhero stuff. Do you like it? Are you into it?
I'm not that big on Marvel, but I've seen the movies. I like Spider-Man, though. I feel like those are really good.
Can't get into it. I saw the last one with Tom Holland and the other Spider-Mans, and I guess that was okay. But
yeah, the Spider-Man ones are good.
Yeah, I guess so.
I like Captain America. I like ones where there's more of a story,
Right,
not so much of like the fighting.
What is it, Avengers, where they just all are fighting like in?
Yeah,
it's like no.
That one's like you need to know like the lore of every superhero.
I think I'd rather watch anything but that. Like I'd rather watch Star Wars. I'd rather like even Star Wars World here in California is like kind of a sleigh, but
They put so much money and they look so good.
It does look good. And it's fun. Like the little one with the stormtroopers where you're like rolling around on the cart. That one's fun.
I haven't been on that one because like there's that little tiny baby drop and I'm such a wimp that
Wait, what?
I haven't been on it.
What, do you do like the big ones like Matterhorn and Splash Mountain and stuff like that?
I've been on it, but not because I like wanted to do it. I've been on Splash Mountain once and I know everyone's like, Krista, you could totally do the Star Wars one. Like if you've done that. And I was like, but I didn't want to do that one.
Do you get motion sickness or what is it? What is it about that you don't like the drops?
I think it's not motion sickness, but I feel like it's just like, I'm just so tense. It's not fun for me.
I get that way.
I'm just like,
you do Guardians of the Galaxy?
no, I can't do that.
I did it when it was like Tower of Terror, and I'm not kidding. I was like literally 9. It felt like my heart was just gonna stop. Oh no, you know what? I think I did Guardians of the Galaxy once too, and that's worse because Tower of Terror would drop. Guardians of the Galaxy is slinging you up and down and up, and it's like the drops are insane, and you can't get off. Like my heart was jittery.
I think that's the part I don't like is I just don't feel safe. I know it's Disney. Nothing bad's gonna happen to me.
Well,
I
it
know.
does. I mean, they just don't tell you about it.
I know. I'm like, oh, I'm good, but there's something about not being in control and that there's no stop or something that I just don't like. I don't feel good. I don't know.
I'm with you.
So
but
uneasy.
what do you do when you go to Disney then? Like the actual park, not downtown Disney.
I mean, I'll go on the rides. Pirates. I'll do.
Yes. Small World.
Small World, Haunted Mansion I love, especially when it's Christmas, Halloween
You're so
time.
me. This is
I'll
all
do the
me.
little baby rides.
Yeah.
Soarin', I love Soarin'.
Oh, that's pretty intense too.
But anything else, I start to just grab the sides. I'm like, oh God,
I like the rides. Those are the rides I go on
I
too.
really just brace myself.
Indiana Jones is even kind of wild for me.
I see. I couldn't. My friend tried to get me to go on. We waited in the whole line and they were like, how many? And I was like, 1. I gotta go.
Did you pass through?
Yeah, I walked right through. I was like,
love
where's
that.
the emergency exit, please?
Aw, you know what? You would do okay in Star Wars. I don't remember a drop because I don't like drops either. I think the Pirates drop is scary.
I can tell you because I watch every video of every
Where
ride.
is it?
It's so you're on the little cart and then you go up to the screen and it like locks in and then they like on the screen it's like this.
Oh, but I think you don't actually.
You don't actually. I think it's just like the floor like goes down for like a second.
Okay, because I was like, I'm sensitive to drops. Like the Pirates drop scares me. The second one, that
No,
big
it does.
one.
It's
Yeah, I don't like that one. And we talk about like the kids that could go on it, and I was like, I don't know, that
and
drop's
there's
kind
no
of scary.
seatbelt on that ride.
That
I'm
is
like,
so
come on.
true. That's so tea.
And on Splash Mountain, there's no bar, there's no seatbelt, there's no nothing. You're
I've
just
actually never been on Splash
free
Mountain.
flowing down that thing.
Yeah, I was on the space one, and I'm like, I hate this one because that one too
I don't
fast,
like
too.
that one, and it's in the
No.
dark the whole time. I'm literally just like.
Oh, I closed my eyes the whole time. I did a superhero show where I had to go to Six Flags and be on a roller coaster, and you had to
I
look
could
for the
never.
colors. I was like, my eyes were closed the whole time. I'm like, I'm not looking for
Never. Six Flags, Universal, it's really not for me. And
Universal's, yeah. Tram ride.
anytime in Florida, all the field trips, Universal.
Really?
Like every field trip for school was always at a theme park. And
That's cute,
it was
though.
my worst nightmare as a kid because I'm like,
You stayed home?
or no, it's just like most of the time, like everyone's like peer pressuring you. That's the only times
I
like
hate it.
I would ride these rides was because everyone's like making me.
No, we're never going to Six Flags ever. That's like my vow. Are your parents still in Florida?
No, they moved last year to be closer to me. So they're like Palm Springs area.
Oh, that's right. You just said it. That's so cool. See, that's like only child status because if there was multiples of you, they'd have to pick. It's like my dad. My brother's in a different state, and he has kids too. My dad's like, My brother's like, I want my dad to move closer to me. I'm like, I want my dad to move closer to me. So they have to pick one, and then you have like a golden child.
They were looking to move. They were moving out of my childhood home, which I did not want them to leave.
Oh, because I had like memories for you. Yeah.
And so it was like there or Orlando. And I was like,
I love that they were going to Orlando. Move to the Disney property. What is it, Golden Oak or something that they have the houses on Disney?
And then people have like custom like backyard like mini Disneys.
Yes, I follow a lot of Florida influencers that go to like Disney World every day. Like Alice, I think her name's Alice Payne. She has 3 kids. She's like this cute little blonde girl. She this other girl, Rosie's Magical World. She's always at Disneyland. I'm like, or Disney World. They just go every day. They eat a little snack. They get like drinks. I'm like, God, they're living life.
That's such a dream, like going for lunch and then like just leaving, going home.
I would love that
feeling
too.
no pain because I'm like sore. We did like 35,000 steps.
Isn't that such a good feeling? I loved it. We stayed at Animal Kingdom when we went. I want to stay at Grand Floridian.
The one with the animals? You stayed at that hotel?
Yeah, where you
that
see
one's
like
so special.
That one was cool. I think we had bunk beds in our room. If I remember correctly.
Cute.
It was cute. Yeah. I want to say, but the Floridian is the big one, right? The fancy one.
The Grand Floridian.
Is that the fancy one?
I think so.
Where,
yeah,
like,
the
Uncle
big
Jesse
white
sang?
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Full House episode. It's just like ingrained in my mind when she lifts up the sword.
And then she gets to be the princess for the day, and I remember feeling Stephanie's like anger, being like that was supposed to be me.
I loved it when shows went to Disney. It was such a moment.
So, and then DJ would see Steve everywhere. She's like, I think that's Aladdin, and Steve was the voice of Aladdin. I was like, oh my god, that's like. All that made me so happy. I wonder if they got paid to do that, like a sponsorship. To be
I think so, because I watched the show. It was on ABC Family.
Oh, like reruns.
Yeah, so they must have been partnered in some way.
Right, that's true. ABC and Disney. Well, that's kind of new though, right? The Disney and the ABC acquisition.
Maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe they always were. No, you're right, because they used to have like the wonderful world of Disney on like Friday nights and stuff. So maybe it always was like connected. They had Disney Night on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh yeah, they
That's
do.
why I thought I would never be on Dancing with the Stars, but then when I saw Harry Jowsey, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
This guy has
like
10,000
he's
adult videos. Yeah.
controversial, like, come on.
Controversial, racy, all of it. I was like,
On that topic though, they are putting ANORA on Hulu and Disney Plus, and I'm like, okay,
stop it.
But
what?
I'm like, okay, like that's fine and all because in some
in
some countries they don't have Hulu, they only have Disney Plus, so they have to like merge them. I feel like it's like weird because like Disney Plus, it just feels so off-brand. But
that's very off-brand because Miss Malibu over here has a remote on Disney Plus.
It's weird.
You know?
But so this is my thing though. They were gonna do the Lizzie McGuire reboot,
right?
And this is so off topic, but anyway. They were going to do the Lizzie reboot, but they said it was too mature for Hulu, or like it was just, they didn't want to do that to Lizzie. But then you're going to put ANORA. You're going to put ANORA on.
I would like to see Lizzie as ANORA. I think that would be more a benefit. That's crazy. That's
I'm like, give
the
it
wildest.
to us, please. But anyway.
Yeah, what happened to the reboot? They just scrapped it? It's no longer, like they filmed it.
Scrapped it. I think they shot like promo for it for the announcement, and then they
I'm so mad about
tossed it
that.
away.
Never okay with it.
Anyway,
we got Jonas Con instead.
Back to Jonas Con. They had the Chicks in the Office podcast, and Jay Shetty was also going to be there.
What? I just saw him on Kardashians. I'm just like, I don't get it. He's like, I was a Buddhist for 5 years. I'm like, I don't know if that's how that works. I don't think you can just go be a monk for 5 years. They dedicate their whole life to silence. Like, you don't just come out and get married and start a podcast after being a monk. What's his deal? What?
It's the Chicks in the Office for me because they did the Love Island stuff.
Who's Chicks in the Office? They're like
the
a podcast?
other Barstool girls.
Oh, so it's like a Brianna and Grace going to Jonas Con.
Yes. But the Chicks in the Office, they get a ton of deals. They interviewed the cast of Love Island. They were in part of like the Love Island after show.
I have no idea what Love Island is.
And then, what?
Do we know this one? We don't know. We never watched. Do I know? Who's on it? What is it? Where is it?
It was really big this past summer.
When we finish watching stuff, it comes up and we never watch it.
It was really big this past summer. It's really big in the UK, but this year or like this past summer, the Love Island cast was so good.
They're civilians or famous people, like reality show.
They're just regular people that are cast. But the drama, it comes on every day pretty much.
Oh.
So like for the summer, it comes on like almost every day. Everyone gets really into it.
And Chicks in the Office were on this show.
They were on like the after show and they interviewed a lot of the cast. So
okay. So you think they're like too big for the Jonas Con? You're like, what were they doing there?
No, but I'm like, this is like a big opportunity. I'm like, they always get these really big opportunities.
You're saying,
yeah.
Right.
I'm like, how?
I'd go to Jonas Con if they invited me. I'd be there.
You're like, I don't know the songs, but
I'll learn it. Whatever the Jonas Brothers song is, I'll sing it.
You could have been right under the Shrek because that's where they perform.
The what?
Wait till I tell you.
The
like,
Shrek? Is that what you said? I hate Shrek.
Yes, because
I hate Shrek with all my heart.
So like the venue was at the mall, and at the mall there's a water park, and there's like this huge blow up Shrek, and it was like right, like the stage was right under it. And the people that were at the Jonas, like it looked crazy, but people swore they had fun. There was 3 different stage locations. There was one that was like 21 and up, one that was at the pool water park, and then one that was in the middle of the mall.
What mall is this? Like Mall of America? Like how
there's
big is the mall?
New Jersey Mall.
What? What are they doing? Why are they doing it at a mall?
American Dream Mall. And
and it's free. So you can just go to the mall and see the Jonas Brothers under the Shrek.
They had like Jonas Brothers themed food, like a Camp Rock like area, like a lot of photo ops, and then they were going to perform, and they had all these other people performing. Big Time Rush was interviewed on the stage. They did Camp Rock reunion. Demi obviously wasn't there.
Oh, then what is that for a reunion? That's the only person I know from that show.
Could you imagine if she showed up? Like, everyone would have been, like, gagged.
Yeah, Demi's the queen. She rose from the top.
But, yeah, they performed, and everyone's, like, in a bathing suit, like, in the water. Some people have, like, floaties.
Oh my God, it's like Spring Break 95 on MTV.
It kind of was, like, Spring Break a little bit, but... There was something about it that just didn't, it just like looked so silly.
But were people excited or are people like, what is this?
Some people really liked it. Like they said it was a really like good event because they saw, it was really nostalgic for a lot of people. They saw the Jonas Brothers for free. They saw Big Time Rush, the Camp Rock cast. They're really excited. But the people that paid money, because you could pay $200 to buy like a VIP ticket. I guess those people did not feel like they got what they paid for.
What were they supposed to get?
I guess like the view of the stage, like some people were like behind the stage or they just didn't get a good view. And then the people that went for free or, you know, One Iota, the
ticket company?
Yeah, the ticket
company. The free
company.
tickets? Yeah, they do free tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, and they give people free tickets to be in the audience.
Yeah.
They did One Iota for this event. I don't know if in the beginning just not a lot of people were signing up or what the deal was.
So like, here's some free tickets. Come.
Yes, and it was like you could pick like which stage you wanted to go to.
Aren't they playing like stadiums? Like I've seen them on tour like last year. Weren't they playing like stadiums?
I know this next one is going to be stadiums because they're going to be at Dodger.
Like they're at Dodger Stadium. That's like 50,000 people. My Chemical Romance is playing there. That's great. So what happened? Why has no one come to this thing?
I don't know what the deal was, but because people were willing to pay. So I'm like, I was surprised when I saw it on One Iota, but they were really pissed because the One Iota people were right there in the front of the stage.
Maybe it was like Bridgerton Ball or something where like a second company was like, we're going to just sell tickets even though they're free.
I think so, because they probably needed to make money in some aspect other than food and merchandise.
I'm so confused. That's so weird. I wonder what happened if they're like playing all these big venues.
But everyone that was seeing videos of it, they were like, what on earth is this? But I guess if you went for free, you feel like
yeah, you get your money's worth.
But then if you paid, everyone was like, I don't know about this.
But I see comments of that when people go to my shows and then like the people who weren't there are like, what is this? Who would pay for this? But when you're there, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
So maybe the people there were like, this is the vibe. This is honestly, it sounds kind of great. If you're like in the pool watching Jonas Brothers for free, like, and you love them, it does sound kind of cool, especially if they're playing like stadium tours and like no one's at this one. Did it look crowded in the pool?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So people showed up.
Yeah, I'll show you on my phone.
I want to see.
They look like little sardines, like from SpongeBob, like all crammed together in the Krusty Krab.
And I'm way too old. I do not know this reference either. I know SpongeBob, but don't know any of the other things you said. I was like, what is a Krusty Krab? Sounds like an SD. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people.
That was awful, actually. I mean, good for them, I guess.
I gotta show you like the TikToks though, because some of
please.
Like the ones in the pool, I was just, this is not real.
Oh, okay. It's
like
a little
crowded.
Bit. It's like a little like wave pool. It's so funny. It's like these people are just kind of like in the shallow end with like their ankles in the pool.
Yeah.
How funny. It looks like they're in some like, Florida resort.
They're just like at other points just in the middle of the mall with the stage.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
This should take place in Florida. This seems like a Florida event.
It does look like a Florida event.
I'm like, there's just people crowded.
It's giving Playlist Live, honestly.
It is giving.
See, that's the Shrek.
Oh my God. Why is the Shrek in the mall? Is it like a Universal thing or what? It's just there.
I think it's like the theme of the water park in the mall.
Yikes.
There's something about a water park in the mall that is really interesting.
No, never would I go there. That sounds just like infections and bacteria and pee and just like all that stuff in there in a mall.
Imagine how many people peed in the water yesterday because they wanted to be at the front of Jonas Con.
And people do it too. They do it. They're just like, whatever. It's the water. Disgusting. All right, Jonas Brothers. Well, I like you on Claim to Fame, but I don't think I'm going to go see your show. That's crazy. I wouldn't go, actually. What did Chicks in the Office do? They were just interviewing people or what?
Yeah, they were on the stage interviewing.
I changed my mind. I'm not going. If they invite me, I will not go. I'd go to a Liz McGuire reboot, but that's it. I wouldn't go.
I need it. I need them to do it again. Like, everybody wants it, so I don't know why they... I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't want this. You going to go see them on tour?
No.
Dodger Stadium? Mm-mm. Who do you make a trek out for? Like, who is the people you're like, I'm going?
A lot of people. But I've seen the Jonas Brothers, so I'm like, okay, I don't really need to see it again. Like, I've heard them sing the iconic songs.
You're over the eras.
Twice was enough.
Twice is a lot. You went back a second time. You're like, this was good. I'm going to go back
Yeah.
again. Taylor Swift, you saw twice.
I've seen her so many times.
She's number one for you.
She's my number one. Wow. I remember my mom and I went to Oklahoma to see her for the very first time for Fearless.
Oh.
And then she came to Florida because she wasn't coming to Florida then. She wasn't big enough. She wasn't doing
She
like
also
every
didn't like
state.
Florida. She's like, I'm not going there.
And then I saw the Speak Now. I went to I saw Ed Sheeran opened up for her for the Red Tour.
That. Someone told me the other day. I was like, what?
Yes, I
was like,
remember I painted my nails. Like one side was like red and the other side was orange because I really liked Ed Sheeran and he was opening for her.
You were like a fan back then too?
Yeah.
What song was it that you loved that you're like, that's the one?
I think Drunk was my favorite song at the time.
Never
It's a really good one from him.
I only know Body on Me and Thinking Out Loud. Those are the only two I know. But those two songs are
He's
everything.
coming out with new music soon.
He seems talented.
Yeah, I like him and he's like not problematic.
He does like a stadium tour, and isn't it just like him like pressing all the instruments like he was like doing? Did you see that one?
I don't know.
There was one where he was like literally like the Staples Center, and it's just him, and he's like literally like pushing the beat, pushing the piano, and he had like no one else on stage with him, and I was like,
all
okay,
right, one
all right,
man
budget.
band.
It's like, I'm keeping all the money. No one's getting any money for this tour.
She has big people that open up for her, like
Sabrina.
And then the next time I saw her was 1989. And Shawn Mendes opened up for her. Nobody knew him at the time. He's like fresh out of MagCon. And
yeah.
That was a crazy
She has
one.
all the hot talent. Who are you coming up to see anytime soon? You mean tickets for anyone?
Who am I gonna see? I know I'm gonna see Tate McRae at the end of the year.
Where's she playing?
She's playing at the Forum. I just saw
tickets?
her.
Do you get boxes with anybody? Like brands?
I went to a Lakers game with TikTok recently, and we were in the box.
Did you like it?
Yeah, but that, like, a lot of those events, you can't go with anybody, so you have to go alone. Luckily, I knew someone that was coming.
No, I would.
So I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I'm
not
going
going alone.
Someone.
That's wild. No, thank you.
I hate going to alone. It feels like a social experiment.
Yeah.
Like, recently I went to something and I had to go alone, and there were a lot of big influencers there, and it was just so awkward.
Did you talk to them?
No.
You never go up to anyone? Who was like a big, you can bleep the name if you want, but like, who's a big one?
The...
Oh, it's everywhere. Did you just say hi?
No.
I always wonder if I would. We went to the Wicked premiere, and I'm like, I never know. I like recognize people, but I'm like, do I say hi? I don't know. I guess I do.
You can say hi. Everyone knows you. They'd be like,
I don't know. I never go to these things, and I see the people that are always at the same red carpet, and I'm always just like, okay, yeah.
Usually I just like see, and I'm like, oh, okay.
But
it's cool.
You don't go up. It's so funny. It's so interesting.
I mostly just like talk to the people I know or the people that invited me there, like the people that work for whichever company it is.
I never get invited. I don't know. Only Universal invited me to Wicked. I went to Wicked by myself for the first screening. Like, you couldn't bring anyone. But then people had +1s, and I was like,
no,
all
yeah.
right.
That was this event.
Yeah.
People had +1s, and I'm like, what the heck? I gotta come alone.
Why not get a +1? I'm not complaining. I'll go see Wicked again by myself. But it was like, where's my
I always feel like it's a social experiment when I have to go by myself because I'm like walking in the room. I'm like, all right, okay.
I would never go anywhere myself except for Wicked. I would never go anywhere else. Like, if someone's like, you can't bring a +1, it doesn't sound like social experiment. It sounds like a trap.
The worst
sounds
is,
like trafficking.
It was a sit-down dinner, and then everyone around me had like a +1. So everyone was like this, like in their conversations.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm just sitting there like, right.
Do you like pretend to talk to your phone or something?
I was just like on my phone.
Yeah, I usually like pretend I'm like on FaceTime or something. I'm always like, hey.
So sad.
It is. I'm a very awkward. If I'm like waiting by myself, I'm just like, let me just like look at my phone or something.
Yeah, I have to.
I love that you went though. Good for you for going and breaking out of your shell. We forgot to get to this one. We'll just do it quickly. The Drake and Josh. I feel like that's like something. Yeah, he was on Josh's podcast, which I was like so shook because what is it? Good Guys. It was just Josh. The co-host wasn't there. It was just Josh interviewing.
No, they were both there.
Oh, all the clips I've seen, he was not there.
I don't know if they were all in the same room or that he just like zooms in because I don't think they live. He lives in Florida, I think, or New York.
What?
Yeah, him and Claudia live in New York.
They zoom in for the podcast?
Yes.
Oh, I hate it.
It's definitely virtual or in some way because he, unless he flies to California, but
Never seen it actually. I don't know.
But it's Josh and, oh my gosh, like what is his name?
Drake?
No.
Oh, the co-host? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is.
He's married to the Morning Toast, Ben. Yeah.
Oh.
Because now he's like a really big part of it. Oh. And his name was in the title of the episode.
Really?
He's in the intro. Him and Josh sing the intro song together, Ben and Josh.
Wait, what? Is he like
the
part of
episode is literally called Drake and Josh and Ben, part 1.
Nobody knows Drake and Josh and Ben.
And
it's
he's
Drake
in the
and Josh.
thumbnail. He's in the thumbnail.
Oh, was he on the show?
Yeah.
Ben was on the show?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, because at one point Josh was like, Ben, like, don't you have questions for us? And he was asking both of them like about
Who did
their
he play?
experience.
Was he an extra?
No, he's just Josh's co-host on the podcast.
But that's what I'm asking. So Ben wasn't on Drake and Josh.
No.
So why is it Drake and Josh and Ben?
I don't know.
He has something on Josh. I had a very similar experience. Like, this was a long time ago, but I had a music video, and there was a guy who wrote a song for me, and he wanted to feature on the song, and I was like, oh, okay, like I guess. You know, he wasn't whatever. He never had one song out, but this was like his song, and he's like, okay. So I paid him for the song. I paid him flat fee for the song, and then the music video came out. I spent so much money on this music video, and then he's like, well, so I paid him. Then he wanted to be in the music video. And he's like, well, I want my name in the title, and I was like, okay, but like no one knows who you are, you know what I mean? And I spent all this money on the music video. Then he wanted a cut from the music video. I'm like, but I paid you a flat fee and I'm not making any money because the music video cost me $200,000. Like, it's so crazy to me. And I always think someone has something over someone when you're like, put me in the title of Drake and Josh and Ben. I'm sorry, I'm not going to click on it for that reason. That's crazy. What do you mean you're just inserting yourself into history? These people were the kids making iconic history, talking about their trauma that they endured, and you're just going to put yourself in there because you're the co-host? That's crazy.
I was surprised when I saw the episode that his name was in the
thumbnail. Let me see. Let me see that thumbnail.
Drake and Josh and Ben.
Can I see the thumbnail?
Right there. I'll zoom it in for you.
I'm gagged.
Drake and Josh and Ben, part 1. So there's going to be Drake and Josh and Ben, part 2.
Because I was just seeing clips and I'm like, you know what? Good for him for not being there. Because I love just seeing the two people who like connected, you know, when you know. I just talked about
He
this.
would have been in the room if he could.
Like inserting yourself. I just talked about this on That Level yesterday. Literally, my first, it's still on this podcast, like it's still on this channel, but my first, maybe not the interview. My first interview with Trish was Shane. And I had like a co-host at the time. It was Tana's manager and my manager, Jordan.
Oh, yes.
And he was like in the first few episodes, cool. But he was in the Shane one. And like obviously I'm like such an awkward person. I don't want to be like, don't be here, whatever. But I like learned my lesson after that one that it's like having a third person interject when you've had so much like history with that person is just so like weird for a viewer, for the person being there.
Yeah.
So I don't know this Ben. I don't like that he's in the thumbnail. I'm sorry. I don't know. That's like a trigger for me. I was like, what the hell? Because I saw the clips and I'm like, wow, good for him for not being in there and like just inserting himself into something he wasn't a part of.
I think he was asking them both questions. It seemed like he just had questions about their experience, and maybe it was like a buffer because Josh and Drake have so much history together. Maybe Josh wanted him in there to be this kind of buffer for them, so it didn't get weird and awkward. I think Josh is like afraid.
I also think Josh doesn't have like a lot to say. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know this podcast, but he seems like someone who just doesn't have a lot to say.
I can't not associate him with the Vlog Squad.
No, that's all I think about when I think about Josh Peck. I just think of him as like David Dobrik's friend, which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Because when I watched this interview, it made me see a different side of him because he was like getting emotional. And I kind of forgot Drake was talking about how, again, I was a little too old for the show, but I did see it. I mean, I've seen clips and I've actually seen like some parts of it. Drake was saying like, you know, how he watches it back and he's like, you know, there are some like so like good comedy moments. Like they were such a good comedy duo, and they're 14 at the time. They did the Amanda show prior where they're even younger, you know, where they're like 10 years old. And it's like, that is kind of remarkable to like not only get to be on a show like the Amanda show, then get your own spinoff and carry it. It's like actually kind of amazing at that age.
It is.
And also enduring what they endured, specifically Drake, because I guess Josh was saying he didn't know about the Brian Peck situation.
Yes, because it was before they had done Drake and Josh.
The incident between Drake and Brian Peck, who was he the show? He wasn't a showrunner. He's just like on the sets with the kids.
I don't remember what his exact job was, but he said that it was before they had done Drake and Josh, and he was basically going through the trial at that point in time.
Right. He knew this guy was about to get arrested. He's like, it's the pilot episode. Brian Peck is on the set, like saying hi to everyone. Josh is like, he kind of knew what was happening and no one else knew. Apparently Josh didn't know. He said he had no idea until like he asked Drake in the car. There was someone named Jill in the car with them. And like, he asked him like, oh, do you still talk to Brian? And then Drake kind of was just like, he's just like not a good guy. And then Josh kind of like got it. but like how crazy then you're also performing. And then Drake was saying he didn't want people to like have a skewed vision of the show because he said his happy place was when they said action. Like he loved acting with Josh. And like I thought that was so cool. You could see there was like this connection specifically from Drake. I feel like Josh kind of, I don't know, he seems to like not acknowledge that part of his life that much.
Yes.
Which is so interesting, especially the Drake. He just doesn't like the nostalgia, where Drake like leaned into it more emotionally. And I could see Josh getting emotional in that moment. And I was like, yeah, you did create something so great. And then you were also going through trauma and you didn't know. And as child stars in general, obviously, Josh was really heavy. So he's like dealing with weight criticisms and all this stuff like that. And you just like see them as like totally different people. Because yeah, I agree. I'm like, oh, Josh Peck, oh, David Dobrik, like can't stand him. But then you see him as like this child actor and he is vulnerable. He has him on the podcast. And I was like, oh, it's like kind of sweet. And also very talented. Like it is crazy that Josh was such a talented actor. I mean, he was in Oppenheimer, which is very cool too. But and then you go from that, and that's not like judgment because you have to make money, right? But you like go from that to like the Vlog Squad, and it's like, but you're so talented, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But you have to do what you got to do, I guess. You know, I don't know.
I just remember it being such a big deal that David Dobrik was getting Josh Peck to be in his videos. I remember just being like, wow, this guy's really big. And I feel like I really discovered David's videos because he was doing these things like, yeah.
Interesting.
And he had Drake and Josh reunite.
Yeah.
And then he had Miranda reunite.
That's so true. Yeah, because he like blindfolded Josh and then he had like Drake Bell singing like the theme song to him.
Those are like really big moments that stood out to me where I'm like, that is what also made David really big. And then it really launched Josh's internet career. Him making vlog videos, him doing mukbangs, him on TikTok, him doing this podcast. I feel like it's all because David gave him this internet platform or like unlocked him back in people's minds because obviously he was famous in his own way.
Yeah.
But now he had this audience that knew where to find him.
That is actually so true. When you put it that way, that is true. He did probably get like a resurgence. Josh did credit me in a podcast saying that I gave him his internet career. He's like, I give it to Trisha Paytas because she did my first mukbang with me. I was like, that's crazy, but also I'll take it.
That is crazy.
Because it was crazy. I was already like not in the group, but like I was like, I kind of knew David at that point. And I remember Josh just asked to come to my house to like do a mukbang. And you know, I have a soft spot for anyone who's been fat. You know what I mean? Like again, I wasn't like, not to be Hailey Bieber over here, but I wasn't really a fan. I was kind of just like a little old for it. It cuts to me just being like obsessed with Drake and Josh. No, but you know, when people are fat and like, you know, I can connect, and he has done really good because he lost all the weight before there was like Ozempic or anything like that. So I just always like liked him, and he was always very, very nice. But yeah, the association I always got a little ick from, you know, especially even after all this David came out. He seems to be distanced from him now.
I think he is a little bit in some way. I don't know though, because I don't know.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, he's not.
Yeah,
I guess you stay friends.
Vlog Squad adjacent people on still. So then I'm like, okay, I think the association's there a little bit, but not where he like needs the content of it.
Because didn't Josh invite David but not Drake to his wedding?
Yes, and that was a really big deal. That is when fans realized, I think, for one of the first times that Drake and Josh were not close, and then it kind of lifted this veil of this childhood like star is not as close with this other childhood star, and everyone's sad over it. They want to know why. And then Drake had made it a big deal. I think he
tweeted or something.
Something online happened, and Josh said his wife was getting a lot of backlash. The wedding became this drama thing.
Oh, I wonder if that actually happened. Maybe.
I know the reunion meant a lot to Drake. You could tell it meant a lot for him, and he said that they had lunch before and Josh had to leave early, and that he was like, oh, I didn't tell him this, like, and he wanted to text him, but he was like, let me not seem like too.
Oh, but that's like so sad. Like you went through such an experience together. That is how I feel about Drew Monson. I always text him, not like lately. I haven't talked to him in a while, but like when we first started this podcast, we had talked about him coming on, and then I could tell he was like a little uncomfortable, and I was like, should we just like meet up like for like lunch? He's like in Modesto or whatever. I was like, we could just like meet up like halfway, whatever. Because you do just want to like talk to the person and like, you know, are you okay? Because we like, not that we went through like trauma together, but like he was going through stuff and I was going through stuff like separately from Shane, but because we had that shared interest of like Shane being our friend, and obviously two different experiences, it's just like, oh man, you just kind of like miss that nostalgia of it. And it like does mean a lot when you can like reunite with someone and be like, are you good? You know? Yeah. So I'm glad they did it. And I'm sure it was, you know, obviously it gets like a lot of views. They did 2 parts. So they're probably like, okay.
I think Josh was just scared in the past about any association with Drake, just given things that have come out about him.
Yeah.
So I think that's also a reason why he's maybe a little bit more cautious, even in them getting like friendly again. Just because I think he just like doesn't know where to really stand on it all, other than like, I didn't know about what happened. I support you coming out and speaking your truth, and we're good.
Yeah.
I think other than like them being close friends, I don't know.
Yeah, he's just like, well, people want to see this. This is the nostalgia of it all, which I appreciate both aspects of it. I think that makes sense. But you are friends with David Dobrik at the end of the day, so I think that's more.
That's also interesting because I'm like, okay, he's like a little hesitant on this friendship that people would support just because they would understand that they grew up together and they went through hard things together. But then the David one, everyone's like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't work like both ways that way, but I'll be tuning in. My suggestion for the Good Guys podcast is, let Ben, at least out of the title and thumbnail, if he's in there for the interview, fine, but that's wild.
Crazy. The title, too.
The title is crazy. That actually makes me so mad. I don't know why. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard because it's just so iconic and to insert yourself in there. Crazy. All right. Hopefully it was a good joke. Hopefully there's like some inside joke we're not a part of, but
I mean, he was very much a part of the interview. He was asking them questions. So
you might be right. Josh maybe just wanted to like feel like he was being interviewed or something too. I don't know.
I think so.
Kind of like a moderator.
Yeah. Just in case it got awkward. I don't know.
All right. We'll keep him as a moderator, not as a title. That's putting me off in that podcast. All right. I love it. I'm here for it. And I'm here for Spill Sesh. Spill Sesh, I love the name. I love the brand. I love you. Oh. You are just so put together. Every time I see you, you're not seeing her full outfit, but she has like business like pants with the vest and then Chloe's shoes, the jewelry. You just look very put together. Your laptop.
I was like, my pants ripped in the car.
Did they? They look so bouge. You just look so fancy. Like you look like you should be checking into the White Lotus. Like the little sandals, perfect pedicure.
Off to Thailand.
Yeah. Oh my God. I know. It made me want to go to Thailand. Have you ever been to Thailand?
No, but Sloan just went.
Thailand?
He said it was beautiful.
Did he have 4 seasons?
No. He stayed at it looked like he had like a whole villa house to himself.
Yeah. It seems like it's relatively inexpensive. Did you go to Bangkok or somewhere else?
I don't remember which part that he went to, but it looked beautiful.
Every time I've seen Thailand in movies, like, well, 1, Hangover 2, it just doesn't look like appealing, but this one made it look very beautiful. And
it
I was
looks like really good on White Lotus.
Any Disneylands there?
I don't think so.
Any Disney attractions?
I don't know.
We're not going then.
I don't think so.
We'll go to Hawaii. They have Disney attractions there.
Yes.
White Lotus 2, Hong Kong. All right. I'm here for it. Spill Sesh, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
The topics were lit. You had so many. I like had literally the ones I had. I was like, mine was like Alex Earl, NIKKI
Alex
Blonsky.
Earl.
There was a live with her and Braxton.
Oh, yeah, I know. She was mad. She brought that up because she was mad.
Yeah, which I kind of lived for that too. I kind of love a little mask slipping,
yeah,
but also just
his
real.
His ex was texting him. Let her know. Let her know you saw.
Yes, that's what I love too. She was like backing up on him. And I love that the internet was on her side. Like all the girls got it. They're like absolutely calling him out. She was so pissed. And it's interesting to know that someone like literally the perfect girl, like Alex Earl, who's like beautiful, young, rich, can also get a little jealous. But yeah, don't be texting those exes back.
Yeah, especially they're online together. Like, what are you doing?
She made it known. She goes, what, Braxton? She's like doing this. Like, you want to say how much you love me? Like, get it, girl. I love it. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching the Just Trish podcast. Check Christy out on Spill Sesh. Her new podcast coming soon, hopefully.
Coming soon.
On TikTok and at the Survivor party tomorrow. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.